July 26th to the very last day of action on Sunday, August 11th.
Answer Parchment! Let's go! Oh, what a run!
Everything and anything Paris Olympic Games 2024 can be heard right here on Nationwide 90 FM.
It is a glittering gold for Sharika Jackson, and how they will celebrate that back in Jamaica.
We'll capture the spirit of athleticism. We'll narrate the Olympic fever, define thrilling moments, and report on the blood, sweat, and tears of the world's greatest athletes. Nationwide 90 FM is going to the Paris Olympic Games, and we're taking you with us. Tune into Nationwide 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, and 90.9 for live updates and commentary. We'll be giving the listeners a front row seat to witness excitement, triumph, and memories.
And I think it was a clean sweep for the Jamaicans.
Stay tuned to Nationwide 90 FM 24/7. Experience the Paris Olympic Games 2024 right here on the Revolution in Media Nationwide 90 FM, your Olympic Center. Exclusively on Nationwide 90 FM.
We interrupt this program for an important announcement.
I'm in a big mood.
You're now inside NNN's entertainment block.
Bless me, baptize.
Radio's premier afternoon experience. Your one-stop shop for all things music, culture, creativity, and entertainment.
You make me wanna run.
You deserve that break, so come, take it with us inside the entertainment block. Let's stay trending as we rethink afternoon radio.
Baby, when the bright lights of the flame, fire up your lights.
So catch the vibe and ride the wave. Every day, 1 to 5 p.m. right here on Nationwide 90 FM. Your new revolution in media.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Nationwide's entertainment block, your number one choice in afternoon radio.
You ready?
You know, a fully body bad God attack, you know. You represent for the sound off. And me I say, yo, Karen, yo, triple X. When that one that drop, then triple vex. Fully.
Run it.
When you want to hear the sound off, you can't listen it and don't laugh. The sound off. Hear me I say, I keep it represent to the fullest and I mean for the sound off. Monday to Friday, 1 to 3 on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Mad.
That I'm ready. Show them movies too.
Okay. At the sound off, Nationwide 90 FM, 1 to 3 p.m. Lad.
They ain't believing us. God did.
What's up? It's Megan Sue, and you're listening to The Sound Off on Nationwide 90 FM.
Nah, malalai.
Sound off, Monday to Friday on Nationwide 90 FM. This is Beanie Man. Give it to them. Zaga. Then.
Oh, you're me.
Alright.
This is Snoop D.O. Double G representing for Nationwide 90 FM with the Sound Off.
This is Optimus Prime representing for the Sound Off on Nationwide 90 FM.
Wagwan, Jamaica. I listen to the Sound Off on Nationwide 90 FM.
The Sound Off show is the best on Nationwide 90 FM.
I listen to the Sound Off show on Nationwide 90 FM.
Yo, hear me a son man a Dexter that say you're listening to the sound off 1 to 3 every day on Nationwide. You know the job.
This is Denzel Washington. I listen to the Sound Off with Karen Booker on Nationwide 90 FM.
This is Snoop D.O. Double G representing for Nationwide 90 FM with the Sound Off.
This is Denzel Washington representing for the Sound Off on Nationwide 90 FM.
This is the former President of the United States of America saying, DJ Jerome, I listen to you every day.
The number one power mixer. DJ Jerome, the show boss. Mix.
Wagwan, Jamaica. I listen to the Sound Off on Nationwide 90 FM.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Troublesome Tuesdays. Yes, and you're in the first half of the entertainment block with me, Karen Design Diva Booker, your advocate for age and gender. And of course, alongside...
You're going back with that thing there.
Yes.
It's advocate. It's an all-inclusive.
I'm an advocate. I'm not an all-inclusive.
Somewhat all-inclusive advocate.
No, because that would be common and ordinary, and there's nothing like that around here. I am... Yes, gender and age.
Age and
advocate.
gender. What age, so?
Women, and I think women over 40, because sometimes I see that they're thinking that they're becoming invisible because young people say, "Oh, you're mature," and we don't like that.
And I think the name Big Woman.
And Big Woman.
Yeah.
And like, at what point are you auntie? So I'm in my auntie era.
Big Woman.
And the Big Woman situation. You know what I'm saying? So. Come on, yeah, so yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
sing that song. Come a little bit closer. You don't know that song?
I don't know.
Right.
Why must you do that? Why must you do that? So guys, get ready to sound off on all things entertainment. Yes, we're going to dive into the sizzling topics of the day. Of course, DJ Jerome is over there, and he is going to be treating us to his musical stylings.
DJ Jerome with the Obama dub plate.
Yes. Yeah.
So
this is the sound off, and it is the first half of the entertainment block. And everybody who's there on YouTube, welcome. And if you're sharing space for the first time, a big up to you. Now, if you haven't yet gone over to the Google Play Store, shame on you, but guess what? You still have time. Run on over there, right?
Indeed.
And do what?
Download the app.
And then subscribe.
Click on subscribe.
And then share it. And then you can engage with us, because when you engage with us, we get to see you. We get to heal you up. Like how we're healing up everybody now. And of course, we're not forgetting.
And it makes you special.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And we're, of course, not forgetting everybody who's driving around today. 90.3, 5, 7, and 9. Big up to you, and thank you so much.
People who use their mobile devices to tune in to Nationwide 90 FM. And by the way, it's called The New Revolution in Media. Jesus.
There you go. So guys, if you are seeing us today visually, we are debuting our new backdrop. Ta-da! It is fabulous. It is wonderful. It says the entertainment block, weekdays from 1 to 5 p.m.
And it's brought to you in part by Design Diva.
Of course, I'll take it. I certainly will.
The paint
and the whole thing, it just embodies us. Yes. So, for the first time ever.
Say, what him say? Yeah, don't worry yourself, brother.
So, for the first time ever, we are debuting this, and we hope you love it, because we certainly do appreciate it. Oh, God knows I do.
So, hold on. We're never supposed to have like an intro for this. Like,
give us a drum roll, please. We're not on a drum roll. Give us a drum roll.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever in this universe.
Yes, we introduce to you the entertainment block backdrop.
Of the entertainment block backdrop. Never before seen by mere mortals anywhere on planet Earth.
There you go.
Cosmic.
Yes.
Mystic.
Yes.
Revelations.
Yes. And it has been debuted
Rasai
in the sound off.
Pork lunch. Pampanana.
All right, guys. So, we have a heavy lineup for you today. And just to let you know, we may be cut at 2 o'clock because of House of Representatives. But if we're not, we will continue to entertain you.
Them start at something at 6 o'clock.
You mean? Of course, because
not traffic.
Yeah, right. And they can really listen to you. You know what I'm saying? So rip from the headlines, and we're going to get into Talk Your Mind. And of course, after that is what? What's on the lunch menu? We want your lunch dishes.
Today's
dishes, not yesterday's dishes. Today's dishes. Remember now, the WhatsApp number is 876-280-6629. Also, what's on your lunch menu is not for the faint of heart. You saw them roast me in here last week, Friday. It was not nice.
And by the way,
understand?
But guess what? Sending pictures,
anybody
will send a picture with a pretty piece of pork. You see how much P that?
Yeah.
A picture with a pretty piece of pork.
That's for Rodney.
10.
That's for Rodney.
Yeah.
That's for Rodney. All right. So after that, we have Design Studio. And then we're just going to get up to things and talk some more things and just talk. Because you know what? We love for chat. All right. So let's get right into it and do some work.
An extra, read all about it.
It's ripped from the headlines.
Right.
I never expect that song.
Oh.
I think if you don't start and say, this is Buju Banton.
Oh,
because
this is Buju
yeah,
Banton.
because reggae and dancehall star Buju Banton has returned to the U.S. You know that, and he is returning to the U.S. stage for the first time in how many years, Rodney? 13 years. With a concert titled "Long Walk to Freedom" in New York. It's the same thing like what he had how many years ago, right? Long Walk to Freedom.
Yeah. So now it's clear that he's going to be taking these shows and branding them.
Long Walk to Freedom. It works.
I guess.
It works. The Jamaican singer, who is now 50, turned 50 now, I lie, announced on Sunday that the show will be held on Saturday, July 13th at the UBS Arena in Queens, New York. The guest list has not yet been revealed, but David Levy will host the event, which will feature music by Bobby Condas and Jabba. Oh my God, I want to be there.
I can't tell you from now,
Tickets go on sale this Friday.
DJ Khaled is going to be there. Another one.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, let me just read through this. The UBS Arena, an indoor venue, opened in 2021, seats up to 19,000 people for concerts. Earlier this month, Banton revealed that he had been granted a visa. Of course, we covered that, and I was like all up in his business, to return to United States, making his upcoming concert possible. This will mark his first U.S. performance since January 2011, when he held his Before the Dawn concert at the Bayfront Park Amphitheater in Miami, Florida. The concert attracted approximately 10,000 fans, according to World of Reggae. The Before the Dawn album itself, released in September 2010, went on to win the Grammy Award for Best Reggae Album in February of that year.
This is Buju Banton, and I am going to be performing in New York. So I'd like everybody to come out, including DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
You don't know, and all of them.
And Karen and Rodney.
No, I'm saying, on the entertainment block, Yeah.
You gotta be there.
Well,
let me tell you something. You see, that was my days in New York, Rodney. I'm going to tell you, so anywhere Buju was, we were. That time before, Buju never even have locks yet. You understand what I'm saying?
The gravel never really.
And it never, nine voices. After him come out, now you hear the whole heap of gravel and the rumbling. You understand? But let me just tell you, this is going to be a concert which is going to shut down New York. It is going to be bigger than the one here.
Well, make us see, because numbers wise, that amphitheater does about, I think, at capacity about 20 grand. Mm-hmm. It's kind of hard, I think. What were the figures we gave for that Long Walk to Freedom?
We're going to get it.
Because
Long Walk to Freedom. You know how many people are there, Raz?
Figures. We don't want the people who try to tell us 100,000 people. They go
no, I was there too, right in front. I mean, if it did reach out, him could have touched me. Right there, so I was right there. Jerome, I was right there.
I'm surprised she never left on the stage.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't show up myself like that. Then they would have said, she nothing.
Karen is one of Buju Banton fans.
Yes.
Know what I mean?
Me and Barris and Buju. Well, oh, yes.
Well, I tell you something. Another woman who is in this business. Mm-hmm. We talked about Nicki Minaj yesterday and people say she big. Trying to say Sister Nancy has done one of Bam Bam is one of the most remixed rhythms across any genre, right? Mm-hmm. And the Canada-based, well, let me tell you first of all, they're going to make a documentary and it's set to premiere at the Tribeca Film Festival. Bam Bam, the Sister Nancy story. The Canada-based OIA Media Group documentary titled Bam Bam, the Sister Nancy story is set to make its world premiere at the 23rd Annual Tribeca Film Festival, which will be held from June 5 to 6 in Manhattan, New York. New York, everything I go on.
Oh, you mean New York is the Mecca?
Yeah, the Big Apple. The documentary, which is an exploration of the life and the legacy of pioneering female dance hall artist Sister Nancy, is both written and directed by the acclaimed Alison Duke and produced in collaboration with Nijardi Conte George. A 98-minute feature, so that's hour and a half, so, will be unveiled in the categories of women documentary, music biography, Black and African American diaspora stories, and expressions of Black freedom. The film's producers spoke highly of Nancy, widely regarded as the first female dancehall DJ and known for her groundbreaking 1982 hit single, Bam Bam. Say what a bam 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 dilang bam bam. Yeah, you have to remember the dilang.
No, me never want to mess up that part, so I'm gonna give it to you to do.
So the producer said, as we unveil this electrifying journey through the life and music of a true legend, Sister Nancy's story will leave you inspired and uplifted. We extend our deepest gratitude to Mama Nancy for entrusting us with her story and to all the contributors and collaborators who helped bring this project to life.
I'm going to take a little break and come back because we need to get into this one, Rod.
But you see this rhythm? Try to say this rhythm, This is a Winston Riley rhythm,
Yeah.
Start out. One general in the yard.
One general in the yard. Lena must a dream, you a dream.
I told them no, it's from creation. I told them no, it's from creation. Bam bam, hey, what a bam 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 bam.
Are you ready?
Time for a change, time for a new gear. Time to be brave, cause it's a new year. I'm paving my way now, embrace the new changes. New beats, your Jamaican flavor. Stay thirsty for more.
Public opinion.
Stop this foolish about this GLP and PMP business. We are a Jamaican.
Different people.
It's not a matter of a JLP or a PMP. I think it's more like where it is that you think you're comfortable, what support you can afford to make the country better.
Different views.
Most entertainers, they're not amenable to management, so the only thing that can ultimately structure them is the court and the prison.
Public opinion. The voice of the people at 6:25 p.m. weekdays during Nationwide at 5. Tune into Nationwide at 6:25 p.m. for Public Opinion, where the people's views matter.
Public Opinion is brought to you by Pleasing Industrial Supplies Limited, Industrial Automation and Control Solutions.
Watch for Shelly Fraser Price. I stay locked to the Olympics because, of course, I'm Jamaican. What you mean? Me, I have to tune into the Olympics, man. Because I'm always busy, but what? I have to know when Sherika Jackson beat Shakari.
Brother, I have to have every notification for the Olympics. I want to hear every run.
Now Sherika Jackson coming
every jump.
Oh, that is absolutely huge of Wade Pinkham.
Every fling, live.
So, take us then.
Nothing can miss me.
We're always on the move.
So while we're driving, run, Elaine, run.
Jogging. Yes! Run, Watson, win again!
Watson is now a world champion!
Or even at work.
Quick! The race has started!
We can't miss a beat because we keep it locked
to the only station
for the Paris Olympics.
Nationwide.
90
FM.
Nationwide 90.1, 90.3, 90.5, 90.7 and 90.9 and on YouTube at Nationwide 90 FM Live. Nationwide, the new revolution in media.
Under 17, now you're over 16. Under 17, now you're over 16. I beg you rock and come in. Because no one general in the yard. I one general in the yard. Arlena must dream you the dream. Arlena must dream you the dream.
Different
we're definitely not dreaming over here.
Sounds similar.
Yes.
Bam Bam.
There's a similarity.
With Toots.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Find.
Sister Nancy.
You can't find Nancy.
It's a similarity, but it's not the same thing. So therefore, there is a riveting conversation in here about the rhythm and the tunes and what are similar and what are alike. Those two similar tunes are
similar. You're
similar.
listening to Toots' song.
Mm-hmm.
What a Bam Bam. Nancy's song is just Bam Bam.
Mm-hmm.
Say what a bam. So it's two different songs.
Anyway, I want to talk about Sister Nancy and her Bam Bam. What I'm trying, you remember, I'm an age advocate. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something.
Too young to do age
Sister Nancy is the perfect example of somebody reinventing herself and having her craft. I have no idea who is doing her thing, and she is just conquering. And of course, if you are going to be where she's at, the Tribeca,
Rasai,
you know what I'm saying?
Who is Yellowman's
and
sister in the music business?
And she is at the Tribeca Film Festival, and they're making a song, a whole thing about her. This is huge. This is huge. right? So we need to not because we're over 35 and over 30 and over 40, over 50, over 60, over 70 means that women are invisible. Right. We all have a story to tell.
DJ Jerome.
There you go. Speaking of which,
go on Google
Stefflon
and go
Don,
find out who is Yellow Man sister.
Stefflon Don opens up about not feeling like a woman, really. In an era of the paraded soft life, British-based artist Stefflon Don often feels hardened by her weighty crown. Stefflon Don delves into this I Am Woman of 20 tracks from her forthcoming album, Island 54. It's reflecting on being a woman but not feeling like a woman, having so much responsibilities that you develop this hard exterior because you have to do so much and you just have to, you know what I'm saying? You just don't feel like it sometimes. If I don't do it, then who will? The 16 Shots hitmaker said in a video feature on the album. She continued, I've never decided to be this way, in quotes. I feel like God mind. I can handle the rest as long as God helps me to just have a peace of mind. I feel like I could do anything. The single mother rose to stardom in 2017 with the French Montana collaboration, Hurting Me, which peaked at number 7 on the UK singles chart. Interestingly enough, Island 54 will mark her debut album, the making of which she termed a roller coaster of emotions. See, here we go, women again.
No, but here what I have to ask her.
Please.
I'm not feeling like a woman, having so much responsibility.
Yes,
all right.
that means she has male energy.
Woman. I want to know if you have so much responsibility. That means you don't feel like a woman. You develop a hard exterior. Woman, I do that from creation.
But not because we are doing it from creation, Rodney, means we like it.
No. The question is
we have been made to do it.
No, but how do you, having done that, decide that make you not feel like a woman?
Of course.
So what a woman supposed to feel like?
What do you mean?
Supposed to feel like she can't take on responsibility.
No, not at all. There are women.
She can't have a hard exterior.
You have sometimes. Okay, all right. Except me, for instance, and I don't like to put myself in things, but today I am. I work in a man's world. You understand? I'm a contractor. So therefore, many times I'm in my masculine energy. You know what I'm saying? I have to run things. I have to make sure that I do have thick skin. I have to make sure if anybody call me baby and darling on the job, you're fired. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You have to make sure say anybody call me brownie. There's a different argument out there. So
you are assertive.
However, no, it means that I'm not going to cower down to no man. You understand? And so on, because I have to step up. Now, this lady now says that she has so much responsibilities, meaning she's carrying the weight of male and female, right? So therefore, she is not in her soft energy sometimes, or female energy, which is very assertive and receiving and nice, and you know the female energy,
Karen,
right?
You know
yes,
what women go through,
of course,
for 9 months.
Yeah,
on average, on 9 months.
Yeah.
Labor itself. You see what it takes to get through that? That is an energy where majority of men in the world are really built for.
I think more. I think all of them.
So when women go on the side of saying, boy, I have to take on so much, I have to be assertive, I have to be...
Because
that
means
don't automatically make you not a woman and make you like
she's
a man.
She's not saying that she's not a woman. She's just feel, because you know me, I'm a woman. I've been a woman.
Like
she's not
woman.
a feel.
Someone know what she feel like.
She feel like she's overwhelmed. She's overwhelmed right now. It's
but
like the whole
responsibility. Feel overwhelmed too.
Of course, okay, but we're dealing with her. And I'm saying, darling, just hold it here. Just hold it. Don't worry with Rodney. Don't worry with Rodney.
No,
just hold it, because history is written by survivors. And nobody, and I tell people all the time, nobody is coming to help you. You are here. Nobody's coming. Nobody's coming, so you have to go deal with it. You have to go hold it down. When you go home, just get back into your feminine energy, because you can't be around a man with masculine energy.
So when a man feel overwhelmed is what him supposed to say.
Him supposed to feel overwhelmed. That's how it's supposed to go.
Him supposed to say, boy, I don't feel like a man, because him overwhelmed.
There are many men out there that say that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There are many men.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
There are many men.
She said many men.
Yeah.
They're overwhelmed and don't feel like man.
There are many men. And I'm telling you, Mr. Razzie is going to come in, and Mr. Razzie is going to definitely weigh in on the chat.
As a matter of fact.
Yes, Razword.
I'm just here for.
Oh, you're just here to fix the thing? Okay, not working.
No,
All right,
it's
so
a short circuit
ladies
under
and
the
gentlemen,
system.
you let me know what is going on. If I'm telling you that if women sometimes can get overwhelmed because, and sometimes
agree with you.
men don't step up to the plate.
No.
So we have to be mother and father and sister and brother.
I don't disagree with you that women can be overwhelmed. I'm saying on the basis of being overwhelmed,
yes,
that does not now make you able to say, I no longer feel like a woman because me overwhelmed. It would be the same as a man saying, boy, today me feel overwhelmed. So me not feel like a man.
But people express themselves differently, sir.
As she are the
And
artist,
she's,
you know.
exactly. She
So
should, she should be more lyrically inclined.
Good,
But,
and as
I'm
a
saying-
successful, a successful and strong woman, this is supposed to be an inspiration for all of the women who would have feel so much of them can't make it. Said to them, no matter how you feel the pressure,
yes,
it can be done.
So hold on, Razzie. Have you ever thought that maybe she's just showing up being vulnerable? This is a vulnerable side of
wrong
her.
with vulnerability.
So you can't kick a woman when she down.
But she not Stefan done down.
The woman says right now she overwhelmed. She don't feel like a woman right now. She just kind of, yeah. And sometimes that's how we feel. You know, everybody talking about soft life and all of these things. It's just, you say she can't in her soft life right now because she have to work too hard.
If life real, it can't solve.
That is true. That is
You
true.
understand?
So
Okay.
all of our millennials, Gen Zs and alphas out there who just looking for soft life even before them go through anything hard. You know what I'm saying? That's not reality. That is Instagram life that is not based on anything real.
Yeah.
Don't it?
The only way to win
is for work.
There's no such thing as a real win that's easy.
You know, the other day I read something that says pick your hard. You know, right is hard, wrong is hard. Just pick your hard.
Just pick your hard.
Just pick your hard.
Just think about it. If Usain Bolt was to run against some 6-year-olds,
yes,
and you know, bam, him win.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be something that him beat him chest for? No,
No.
because we know no real win comes easy.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yes.
No
Yes.
real win
Yes.
comes easy.
Yes.
So when you get on top of your game,
Yes.
having climbed all this ladder and you reach on top,
Yes.
yes, you can tell about all the struggles to get there. But when you get there now and you're saying, all right, I feel so overwhelmed sometimes, great. But don't minimize it now and turn it into something that says, boy, you know, I feel less of who I am. Because it's part of who you use to get where you need to go.
But do you know that sometimes after it is that you climb, because you know you're climbing a mountain and you go this, that, and you reach the top now, you reach the pinnacle, you know, sometimes the challenge is not there, so you have to go on to another mountain.
Which tells
you know?
us that the top not easy.
The top is not easy.
Everybody want to go up there now.
No, but it's not.
The
But
top not
but
easy.
everybody tends to look at you while you're up there, but they're not appreciating the struggle.
Yeah.
You know? All right. We're going to take a little break, of course, and we come back with what? Talk your mind.
Breakfast in bed, darling. I got your bed, darling. I make you bed, darling. I make you bed, darling. Breakfast in bed, darling. I got your bed, darling. I made mistakes, you done me wrong, but now you leave me, darling. I heard you got a new girlfriend, and it's hurting me. I heard you got a new girlfriend.
See, we care for our employees, customers, stakeholders, citizens, and our country. Customs cares. The temperature by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
33 degrees Celsius in Kingston and 31 degrees Celsius out west in Montego Bay.
Outperform, outlast. With top performance. Easy Chakama. Reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electricians. Fancy select tools, free parts and free repairs. Free parts, free repairs. 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-61114. Delta Supply. We service what we sell.
My name is Dwayne Peart. I work at the Ministerial Local Government and Community Development. I'm the acting program analyst. I'm in charge of the Ministries network. Before GovNet, we solely rely on the third-party vendor for all the services that we use. Knowing that the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development has a secure network that is owned by the government has improved our confidence on how data is transmitted over the network.
GovNet is a secure wide area network infrastructure that links ministries, government departments, and agencies. Phase 1 of GovNet has been implemented by the Transformation Implementation Unit in collaboration with other technology partners. To learn more, visit publicsectortransformation.gov.jm.
I stay locked to the Olympics because, of course, I'm Jamaican. What you mean? Me, I have to tune into the Olympics, man. Because I'm always busy, but what? I have to know when Sherika Jackson beat Shakari.
Brother, I have to have every notification for the Olympics. I want to hear every run.
Now Sherika Jackson coming up.
Every jump.
Oh, that is absolutely huge of Wade Pinkham.
Every fling. Live.
So, take us then.
Nothing can miss me.
We're always on the move.
So while we're driving, run, Elaine, run.
Jogging. Yes. Run, Watson. Win again.
Watson is now a world champion.
Or even at work.
Quick. The race has started.
We can't miss a beat because we keep it locked
To the only station.
For the Paris Olympics.
Nationwide.
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 90 FM.
Nationwide 90.1, 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, and 90.9. And on YouTube at Nationwide 90 FM Live. Nationwide, the new revolution in media.
It is said that in order for flowers to grow, you must take care of the garden, but also make sure the man who digs the soil and plants the seeds is happy. Some say a dog with a hole in the fence will end up in somebody else's yard, especially in times of heat. So when it comes to cheating, many couples pass the buck and blame between each other. But is it as simple as that? Is it unhappiness that makes a partner roam, or the partner at home isn't keeping things fresh and festive? It is said some men can't survive on chicken and rice every day, so them go road go find something to eat. But craving choke puppy not true. Join me, Rodney Campbell, every Tuesday from 9 to 10:30 p.m. for Affairs of the Heart, right here on Nationwide 90 FM. This Tuesday's topic: who is to be blamed for bun?
Oh, doggy, 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 dog. Oh, the door. One dog like we have to have them in a twos and threes. And everybody know we wild already. Believe you me name is string contact.
Affairs of the Heart is brought to you by Supermed Pharmacy. Super happy, super healthy, Supermed.
ABC Electrical Sales. We make things as easy as ABC.
This is Optimus Prime representing for the Sound Off on Nationwide 90 FM.
Yeah, Frost, me a chop my mind by now one. Hey, yeah. Me a chop my mind by now one. Hey, I'm in the business. Yeah, do things. Rough up, we no care who vex. 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 We no care who vex.
What you think? What you feel? Talk your mind.
Well, this is a day-old problem. This is a month-old problem. This is a year-old problem. This is a century-old problem.
Yeah.
It is.
By the way, Karen, before we're gonna further, I'm big up Meadows. Yeah. I should have really asked, who was the brother of Sister Nancy. Yeah, I should ask who is Nancy's brother. The yellow man had a little sister who said she didn't want to sing and go on. But
Clash answered that. Brigadier Jerry.
Yeah, Briggy, man.
Brigadier Jerry.
Bang, bang, little
bad artist. But
so
we have
mix
a
up time again.
We have a mix up.
Let us make this judgment. So it goes this way. This lady says, my boyfriend is migrating for work and said he'll send for me so I can join him later.
Yeah.
All right, you know that send the ticket file for.
Which
He
never
has a
come.
house and he said he would Airbnb it. So I left when he was packing up, moved back with my family.
Jesus.
He's now saying him now do the Airbnb. His baby mother asked to stay there to cut back on her rent and the expenses. So he will now just pay the mortgage to the place and not bother with the Airbnb for the extra money. So, in all of this, the house are living now.
Yeah.
Homeboy and send for her, but him cut.
Yeah.
And clearly, the extra money we should have look forward to since she moved back in her family, that now go on because there is no Airbnb.
As a woman's advocate, your relationship is over. Yes, it certainly
Sorry to
is.
break the news.
It's done. I am very, very sorry to let you know. Rodney, please. Oh, you mean it's not done? It's not done now?
This sound like
This sound like what?
This sound like she.
This sound like what?
She has said done. Homeboy, I make him set it up, and she is still hopeful.
Oh,
So,
okay.
she'll
All
go
right.
and hold on pan
So she'll
hope.
go and hold on pan the hope. Well, keep hope alive. I do understand that, sometimes people need to keep hope alive, but sometimes people need to see something for what it really is and stop making these fairy tales in their head and changing the script just because it's more palatable. Rodney and Jerome, his man and the one named Rasworth over there, sir. You know exactly what time
Me
this
know where I
is.
say.
You know exactly.
Him say must send for her, don't it? Him never say
send what?
when.
First of all, I'm going to send for them not married.
Him say, well,
Them girlfriend.
him say,
You
him will
understand?
send for her
Send when?
later.
Him can't. If them not married, what him going to do is go foreign, go find another woman.
Him not straight.
Him going. However, my boyfriend is migrating
he's
for
migrating for work.
For
Oh,
work,
migrating.
and said
Okay.
he will send for me. Now this is her boyfriend. You can't send for somebody while you're talking about boyfriend girlfriend situation unless you're married. You understand? So if you're married, you get through
Or
kind
you're-
of
or you're a
easier.
citizen,
Are you exactly?
No, but Karen,
Right?
you put the scenario as if.
Yes, ma'am. Billy
Well, I know,
Prosper.
as if.
Yes.
You really believe this story. Because me tell you what really go on.
I want you to.
I don't think homeboy was migrating for no work.
Yeah.
I think
All right.
somebody sent for him.
Okay.
And him do a thing.
Yeah.
But him gear the story said, babes, me a cut.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
here we go
yeah.
on. Me a send for you, don't worry yourself.
See, then
so
now
him
Jerome.
need now to empty the house. So
Yes.
him say,
Mhm.
here me I go do. Airbnb, me I go Airbnb the place.
Mhm.
Right? And then you collect the money.
Mhm.
All right? And she go move in with her family. So the baby mother who
Yep.
move in now.
I like the
I
way
don't
you're
really
thinking.
know that is him baby mother who
No,
move
man, not the
in.
baby mother, man.
Well, I
The
don't
baby
fit
mother.
cut costs.
Mhm.
I feel say, home girl where they are foreign,
Yeah.
come to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Because she have paid the mortgage long time.
All right, all
So him
right,
say,
all right. I
yeah,
like
man,
the way you think.
go to the house. So him have to make sure tell her, hear me now. Me not really want you pass by and think in a car.
No, you build that. That
It's
is
me, I say.
conjecture.
You understand? So she
I
say,
like that.
so no money now around? No, you remember, she in there now.
She
so,
there now, so you can't
So what
come.
about the trip now, man, babe? That soon. That
Just
soon.
go and hold it, man.
Yeah,
hold
so
it.
what him
So
do?
then-
Him give her a couple story for all.
The next time she hears from him, he will be married with another baby on the way. Her relationship with this individual is done, regardless of how. And I like the way Rodney just
I
thought
don't
that out
think it
because
done.
hold on a
She's still
second.
a-
No, you mean you don't think it done?
She's
It's
still
on
a
his
hold on,
part.
done it.
On his part. Well, okay, she will be convenience for him when he comes back, and him them go
Yeah.
spend time down
But
in the North Coast.
no,
or
you
whichever
know him
part.
now come back at the house.
No,
Because
the house is already. Yeah. But
yeah.
I do though understand your reasoning when you say, and it is plausible that girl over there already, and she is the one. So even if him going up for work, him already have a little something up there.
Him never migrate for no work.
You know, man,
this is the
him
worst
already
scenario,
have
though.
something going.
The man already work
Jerome,
out.
you believe in
The
good
man
things,
papers
right?
work out.
You,
This man is clearly
Well,
a general still.
Where you didn't expect him to
Like
tell her
most
say?
men.
You didn't expect him to
everybody.
say.
like most men.
You didn't
Not
expect
all.
him to say my
Not all.
girl sent for me, so.
No, I'm not gonna say that.
So
still.
I'm probably
Because
married
you know, say
already. So
eventually
hold
that
on a
affects the
second.
relationship.
Hold on,
Migrating for
hold on.
work.
Hold on. But first of all, you don't
Story.
migrate for work. You know what? You can't migrate for work. You
You're
just
on a work
leave.
visa.
You're on a work visa and so on.
So you're going for like
But
a year
she's
or two.
gullible. She's gullible.
Migrate
So
for
here
work.
is
Well,
the
she
thing
believe
now.
everything still.
She's a lady. She's one of our ladies. I'm telling you now, women's advocate here. She is one of these ladies who believe everything that a man tell her because she holding it down for him, and she said, "Lord have mercy," you know. And she just telling us as it is. This is what is happening. This is what it is. I'm now we're over by my
But the
family,
extra
and
money
the
dead,
extra
you know.
money dead. It
Yeah.
now come to me
No,
because
and remember, him also pay the mortgage. So
yeah.
that if you did
What?
feel say, like, oh, the Airbnb get
Money,
mashed up,
yeah.
money
Yeah.
are coming.
Money, yeah.
Him done tell you.
Him done. Him have to
Babe,
pay the
you have to
mortgage.
pay the mortgage.
Because the child needs somewhere to live.
You
And
don't
he
know.
needs to eat and he needs to have
And she's an
roof.
understandable
And she's
girlfriend,
understanding.
so she's going to allow
So
it.
she's going to allow it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you
So
know,
the
women
next
are like
time,
though.
him probably married already, you know.
You think so?
Yes, and that is where the migrating coming because him have a cut. Let me tell you, you remember, him pack up the house, Him pack up the house. Him married already. Him get sent for now.
File for man.
Him file for
Him
married already.
Him make a trip already, And
him thing come true.
And sort out
yes.
this.
And then now, 2 months down the road now, turn 6 months, turn 2 years, turn 5 years, and it's like she's still away.
But you want to see how fast he might come back to Jamaica? You want to see how fast?
Him not come back now.
Put a wrench in the works now. Him married and they are foreign.
Yeah.
Him done tell the wife are foreign. It's like, hear me now. Are you,
Yeah.
Me and my baby mother done it,
Yeah.
So she help pay the mortgage to the house at Jamaica.
Yeah.
If she ever there foreign and know say, they move in, baby mother in the house, a judgment. So this brethren is a brethren. He might do a whole heap of juggling.
He was like cover up lies still.
No, but sooner or later,
It going to blow up.
The whole thing will crack.
Because everything done in dark must come to light. One day, this situation is going to blow up because the wife is going to want to come to Jamaica at some point. And he can't hide her out over North Coast or wherever the case is.
But if she did smart,
but the girl,
she never that smart, If she did
the
that
girl
smart.
can't smart.
No, hear the plan. If she can move, go back to her family house, right?
Yeah.
Then all she'd have said to him, here I go on. Me will go and make sure the place good. And anytime there's an Airbnb, me just go with my family.
No.
Then move,
even
just come
if
back.
she said that, Rodney, he would have shut it down. He would have shut it down.
No, I say, if she did have this suggestion.
No, but you don't understand. This is a young lady now who not depend nothing much. Right? So she don't have much
Is
talk.
the next one, this one move back. You see the difference
she
from
don't
yesterday?
have much talk.
Moved back with my family.
Right.
Not staying with, not went to stay with family.
This lady
like
right now doesn't have much talk at all. She is just there for convenience, for whatever she's there for. Ladies, sometimes we put ourselves in situations where we get caught up and caught out there. I am pretty sure that sometimes the phone is ringing at odd hours and him says the job calling and so on. And then what we do now, we kind of quash that down and push it down a little bit and pretend like it is not happening. We ladies do that. I'm migrating for work. People don't migrate for work, miss. We just don't. People don't migrate for work.
Still, I think he should not try, or not even try, but I think he should not be leading her on same way, despite the fact that he
Well, thank you for being the conscience of the situation here, but the many men do
I think
not
you
have
enough.
conscience.
Yeah, you should just be honest enough.
Hear me now.
Remember, you don't have two females.
Me get a link. So, work with me. And just know, say, all right, and him send some funds, come get a regular and tell her, say, no worry yourself, everything good.
Expense.
People.
Him probably not straight, as I said.
Well,
but him a migrate for work.
Let's see how that
he
works.
has been filed for. He got sent for. Him putting him baby mother into the house. You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, because if this man don't mean this girl no good, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that sometimes you have to teach people how to treat you, you have to command the respect.
Him a pay the mortgage.
And he's paying more. And him not think nothing about she because she's just girlfriend. She not a right. She not nothing. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing left for her. Ladies, what is that teaching you? What is that teaching you right now?
They need to know their worth.
They need to know your value, know your worth.
It's not just value and worth. You can only know your value and your worth when you understand what other people will try and put against you. You understand?
But
you have to have the sense first,
I am telling you.
Common sense.
Rodney.
Those without common sense cannot have value and worth.
Rodney, I am telling yes.
Match it out. You don't have common sense. You can tell me where your value and where your worth.
Yeah, some people are blind still,
If you have there are people without common sense. Because to me, people without common sense just make some silly decisions.
And that's why I say you can't know your value and your worth.
But
if you don't have common sense.
If it is that you are told every day that you are a wonderful, great person, let me tell you something. Value and worth really comes from how you are raised. And how you are raised and how you are raised. Common sense not nothing to do with how you are raised. You understand what I'm saying? Value are coming rising. Value and worth sometimes comes to how the father treats his child.
Parent.
You understand? And then now they replace this treatment with the man who them do it. And then
that
it
wrong.
and then it gone. But we soon come back and of course, it's what's on your lunch menu? 876-280-6629.
Get a 10.
Yeah man, somebody said I'm
Fire.
sending some pork.
Well, I know.
Fire.
David, you see David goes the same time.
Fire.
Do you have a consumer-related issue? Want to learn more about matters concerning you as a consumer? Well, keep it locked to Nationwide 90 FM for the Consumer Hour with me, Nora Gay Banton. Weekdays from 9 to 10 a.m. For all your consumer-centric matters, stay tuned to the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
Public opinion.
Stop this foolish about this GLP and PMP business. We are Jamaican.
Different people.
It's not a matter of a JLP or a PMP. I think it's more like where it is that you think you're comfortable, what support you can afford to make the country better.
Different views.
Most entertainers, they're not amenable to management, so the only thing that can ultimately structure them is the court and the prison.
Public opinion. The voice of the people at 6:25 p.m. weekdays during Nationwide at 5. Tune into Nationwide at 6:25 p.m. for Public Opinion, where the people's views matter.
Public Opinion is brought to you by Cleasing Industrial Supplies Limited, Industrial Automation and Control Solutions.
When was the last time you had a meaningful conversation on social media? The Twitter conversations are out of this world, which makes the term Twitter Spaces fitting. Get access to our Twitter Spaces. Get access to over 160,000 followers. Get live streaming on our airwaves and so much more. Businesses, this is your chance to get a direct customer engagement, brand visibility, networking, provide announcements from your company, and more. For more information, contact our sales team at 876-630-1210 or email sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Listen and engage in meaningful conversations only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media.
I'm tired of using technology.
I listen to the Sound Off Show on Nationwide 90
People
FM.
me have something to tell you now. A long time me I wait. But think the time is right, time is now. Me turn the stove down low and just pull the windows open. I'm in the mood, so me not go spoil it. Bet you are go want me cook again. Saying food, it's been a long, long time. I'm cooking some ackee for you, girl. But it seems like you never like rice. So I'm gonna get some flour first. And yo, I want to give you some good.
It's lunchtime. What's on your lunch menu? All right, guys. So the time has come. Knife and fork. A fight for dumpling. The YouTube chat is in a buzz. We are burn out the Trenton. We are burn out Anna.
I mean, they're front line when you come on to that. Front line with them, man. I mean, they're with the touch.
There is no.
Yes, man.
No.
There is no born, grown, raised, cultured Jamaican.
Yes.
Who would
not
on culinary grounds
not
burn out pork?
Who would not burn out
You
pork? But
understand?
let me tell you something. We have a beautiful dish right here. You would appreciate this. Jerome, are your food?
Yes, man.
Jerome food.
But 3 weeks ago,
3 weeks ago. 3 weeks food this year, give me.
Well, not really.
But first of all, okay, hold on.
Are your picture this?
Yeah.
Jerome.
No, but I don't mean cook it.
No, but hold on. Jerome, you got into this already. You can see that you have started
mash up about 3 dumplings already.
Okay, all right, fine. But when I was eating the fish last week and I sent in my food on the massacre me.
No.
This not chaka.
This still looks properly prepared, presented.
It don't matter.
Curated and photographed.
It does not matter.
Your food.
It does not matter.
Look like when Pussa up market truck. Like. Yeah, your food look like when Pussa try up market truck. Just picture it for a minute, you know.
But
All right.
I'm just trying to say that Jerome have no right in sending food here that is half eaten.
That's callaloo.
You did it.
That's
Yes,
callaloo.
Yes.
Yes. With
saltfish and
with
bow tie
hockey.
and what you
Yeah.
call those Thai dumpling? What you call them? Them Thai.
Them have a name, Vid,
What
but
them name, Razzie?
Me just call it fried dumpling.
Dumpling, fried dumpling, but them Thai.
Yeah,
man. Fried dumpling with a
With the
style.
Thai, I can't hear you.
Fried dumpling with style.
Fried dumpling in a soup.
With style.
Yes, with style. They're really tuxedo. They are tuxedo dumplings and they're beautiful.
I will make an
nice and
allowance for
brown.
that missing portion.
Yeah.
Because it proves that it was quite edible.
Delicious.
And not just
and we could have wait.
Right.
So when we start, I say, oh,
I'm giving you 9. You couldn't get more than 9 because the
A
space,
portion,
though it gave proof,
I know him
disturbed it.
No,
then-
I did not say it's me
And
cooking.
then I know you cooking,
No.
but you talk about it.
Let us just take
8
this.
and a half.
All right, Clash Camp laugh. Clash said chaka chaka.
Yeah,
Jerome
galang.
Roslyn said Jerome in 3 weeks food.
No, it's a permanent,
Hold on.
permanent picture.
Alex Ben said these fried dumplings is showing the middle finger, which they are. Yes.
No, they're not.
And then
How
Marigold says, okay, Marigold, I take it because you know I have to read everything. She says, your food, Karen, did chamba chamba.
Okay.
Okay,
And that's a compliment. That's a complimentary way.
Thank you very much. I saw Mario. It's not dumpling. You eat the thing, you don't even know what it is. It's not dumpling. I'm giving you what it is.
It is what? And a fried dumpling.
And a fried dumpling.
Not. It's a not dumpling. That is
So,
a name.
no, hold on.
You don't have to fry it. So you don't have to fry
Hold on.
it.
But the design
So it's
is
fried,
called
not dumpling.
as not.
So it's a
Fried, not
type.
dumpling.
So it is a type of
Why
fried
does that work
dumpling.
so? Yes.
Yeah,
But it's still fried
But
dumpling.
it's still fried dumpling.
But we have to make
is
sure we
still
get
flour.
the correct terminology.
So it's a not
It is
fried dumpling.
Yes.
Oh, so it's not a fried dumpling. So it's not a fried dumpling.
You know something don't like, you know?
It
can't
is.
bother.
Hold on.
Yeah,
No,
just
wrap it up.
what-
Listen
Listen to this guy. No, listen to this guy.
It is
It is a nut.
Yeah.
A nut it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can we
it
have
is.
the other
It is
food,
a nut.
please?
Yes.
It's a nut.
Yeah. You see what
Alright,
she did
yeah,
there?
it is a
Yes.
nut.
That's
You see
why
what
you
I
see what
did
I did
there?
there.
Alright,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know, that's why I say common sense don't come on.
Rossi, where your picture there? Because from where they have burn out certain things.
See, Margot said not dumpling. Okay, here it is. What is this now?
All right.
Can you
I'm
zoom
seeing
it up,
plantain,
Razzie?
cucumber,
Uh-huh.
what looks to be
Oxtail.
no man, hold on.
It's oxtail.
Yeah, but it's going round the
oxtail,
edge.
shredded carrots.
That's
with-
shredded,
with tomato,
carrots on
oxtail,
tomatoes.
and then come up the
With-
top now
good, with oxtail and
rice
oxtail
and peas.
gravy.
And rice and peas. This
All
looks
right.
very good.
Um,
Is who sending this, please?
I just
Esan? ESSAN? Esan. Esan, thank you
just
very much.
wanted a little bit of order
It don't
around
want
the edge.
nothing.
No,
It's
right
fine.
way, just a little
The
bit of
food just look
order
nice
around
and
the edge.
loving and good. No, this food sent in by Jamaica Latest.
It's a man
This
food,
is
this, you know.
Jamaica Latest food. This is not Jamaica Latest.
It's a man
Really,
food, this.
it's the same
We are
way
trying to
Jamaica
say
Latest.
that Jamaica
Anyway,
latest keeps sending what?
Yeah, man, Jamaica
Screenshots?
Latest. No, the food that him sending yesterday was the same kind with the hand out here and things.
Oh, so it's
you know what I'm
late. You're saying
Yeah.
this is food that post already?
No,
No,
it
this
was,
never post. We never see
no,
this.
this has never been posted.
Yeah, we never see
However, it's the same shot.
Okay.
You know?
But
But
the
Esan,
only thing about
very
this
nice.
that really disturbs me,
What?
you can't have 2 pieces of oxtail.
It's 4 in there.
4 and them something.
It's
5.
4 in there.
Yeah, man. I only put oxtail in
It's
another plate.
oxtail, whole heap of oxtail in the plate.
Let us
See about
do
4
this
pieces.
oxtail.
No, see about 4 pieces.
This plate was served with love. This plate right
Rassi,
here so is
bring
like
up that
country.
picture, man.
It's not
It's
100
say 1, 2, 3,
presentable,
4. It
but
don't
it's
have
nice.
to be presentable
It's
because
nice.
it's served with
Yeah,
love.
Yeah. This look like home still. Like,
It's,
you know?
it's a 4 there.
You're right,
It's a
Trust,
4
you know.
there. Of course,
You're
Mariah.
right,
Of
Trust.
course.
You never
course.
know.
Home sharing.
It's nice.
All and banana 9 and all and banana 9
Yeah,
and
this is a 10 man because this is served with love.
Boy, I don't like oxtail still.
You don't have to like
May I
it.
give that 8.5. You know?
you know, there's something wrong
Yep.
in your life.
I
No,
don't
no,
eat
not all
oxtail.
wrong, my
I'm
boss.
giving you the okay.
You know, I would
see
rather
what-
eat turkey
1,
neck than
2,
oxtail.
3, 4, 5, 6. 6 dumpling. This must be Alec in Mexico. Is this Alec in Mexico?
What's the meat in the middle? What's the meat in the middle?
What's in the middle, Alec? What's in the middle?
It look like a chunky vegetable.
Cooked dumpling.
Is that
Irish potato. And what? Stew pork. Okay. So you have 2 pieces
no,
of
it's all
Irish
right.
potato right
Yeah,
here.
man,
and then you have, no, actually it's 4. It's 4 Irish
Yeah.
and 4
You know,
dumplings
worry yourself.
and stew pork
if
in the
you
middle.
take away the dumpling and the Irish, a 10.
Oh.
If you put
You
back
need
the
to link up
dumpling
with
and the
Alec, you know,
Irish,
Alec,
a 10.
Pork master, you know. Alec have a farm.
Yeah, Alec.
Yeah, man. And that's the thing there. Long live the pork. You notice how rich.
No, this look well.
Rich.
It looks nice. It
One
looks
thing,
nice.
in pork always look good for you.
Okay, so Clash says a piece of avocado would do well with this, and I absolutely agree. I endorse that. I endorse that piece.
You need some more ground provision.
9.5.
Take away. As in, no, not
provision?
meaning say you need more on it, you know. Take out like two of the dumpling, two of the Irish and banana with a piece of yam.
And a cut of pear, which would have given us.
Yes, get what I'm saying?
And what about some tomato now? You have to put in back the tomato and the
a little salad on the side.
And a little bit of lettuce. Yes, give us a little bit more color.
Yeah, however,
News said this is a no for her.
A little like
no news.
I'm saying I'm focusing on the centerpiece,
which is the pork.
The you know it has a rich, potent look.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I personally I'm wondering how him just drop the catch
with the
boof. Like round the edge. No, not this.
The man has
it would have been good with
his food well.
But you don't get a good grade in it.
No, I know, but
he has plated his food well. You could see that the presentation is well thought out.
In the middle,
he put his pork in the middle, the Arnold and the
Trenton.
One side of dumpling, one side of Irish.
He has put the dumplings and the Irish around the pork. He thought about it. It's fine. Give the man a good grade.
Hold on. Isn't that like
what? It's 4
breadfruit. Hold on.
There's no breadfruit in it. No, it's Irish.
Irish, all of them?
Yes.
It look like Irish. It look like breadfruit still.
2 slices up. What
go with, what would they say?
That is an Irish that cut in half. Oh, that is outer and that's the inner.
On the side,
yes, that's the inner of the Irish potato. No?
Come to think of it, the two to the far right look like
boiled. Like boiled.
What's the name? Not yam.
Cassava.
Dasheen.
No, dasheen.
Dasheen.
Them not have
like
dasheen.
Him all one piece of dasheen and just a bag.
Razzie.
That a work.
Is
the far right.
Is
it
this
look like
not
dasheen.
Irish potato?
I think that's 2 Irish potato and
yes.
Irish potato.
2 Irish, but what are those?
What are those? Irish. Lord have mercy. Great thing. We move on to the people. Them can't stop cussing me every day about the food.
We don't tell us a 10.
A 10 you get. Okay, all right, fine. I'm giving it a 9. And what you get?
8.5 minutes.
Me not take back
my talk. Jeez.
But you, Virgin, have a serious problem.
No, I not have a problem.
Them could have curry junk and you're happy with it.
No problem.
As long as it have curry.
Speaking about what is this, please?
This is fried. What the little fish them name again? Sprat. Right.
What with what? Is that hot sauce on it? With ketchup? What is ketchup doing on this sprat? No, no cost me about my fish, but me I go cost whoever send this about that fish. God, this don't look good.
No man, this a drive pass and pick up, man. This are not. Who
sent this in?
Spend time on this.
No man, this not look right. This not look right.
I grab and go this man.
This don't.
All of that is Sprat.
Yes.
Because the size that size to the what them call it, the right.
It look like
significantly bigger. So it look like 2 Sprat and something.
God Almighty.
Me know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a mixed Sprat dish.
Oh. Lord.
May I give this a 6 still?
Mercy.
A food.
It's food. I'm giving it a 5. I'm giving it a 5. Thank you, sweetie.
It looks better
Thank you, sweetie. Sweetie says, I love Sprat, but I agree with Karen.
Yeah, I think it looks better in person.
This can't look better, no how. Not in person, not digitally, not
because
nowhere.
I can't quite figure it out.
Pepper. They say pepper on the spread.
Give me
all of that red stuff
hold on
is
a
pepper?
second. This who? Dave Net. Send
all
me
that red stuff is pepper?
DAVNETT. Davnet. So Davnet, I want you to send in another picture of the Sprat, please, because
try retake
it's
the
coming
picture.
coming from Westmoreland. So hold on a second. Alec, why are you still It's herring. This is red. It's fried red herring. Oh no, I don't eat red herring. So
fried
you people who eat everything under the sun, you can tell me what that is. It's supposed to be fried red herring.
You know, I'm not argue about it. I'm just saying aesthetically.
Leroy is not Sprat, is red herring.
It's difficult for me to.
I'll remain with my 6.
And I am giving it a 5.
Yeah, I'll remain my
6. Davnet, please, I beg you.
This extra hot red herring with
send some other pictures. Okay, anything else for
Rassi,
us,
well, come know you know, say Rassi bad man over there today. Rassi, you have more pork picture, don't?
How come Rassi not saying put some bread with that?
No, Rassi not feel bread from what there.
No, but news is saying this is not red herring, but we just heard that it is red herring, even though it looked like Sprat. So I don't
bread,
know.
I get
dear.
Bread I get dear.
Bread I get dear.
Somebody needs to get Rossi some bread.
Yeah, man. Rossi said not
Like
even margarine him a go with bread,
You know,
just bread.
Prince Pine, we need him back. Prince Pine has this thing, documentary of bread, right? Him and Razzie. Razzie would be a good candidate for that, you know?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go now. Here we go.
Pumpkin.
This is Gene.
Pumpkin.
This is Gene food. You sit there.
Otherwise called pumpkin.
Yes. Look at the food. Oh, this is
All
Gene.
right. I'm seeing.
This is
Hold on.
the requisite cucumber.
Isn't that dasheen right there, sir?
Dasheen, yes, and then that looks like fried breadfruit. Not fried breadfruit, boiled breadfruit. Boiled breadfruit.
Dasheen look like sweet potato
right there.
cutting
Pumpkin,
off.
and then cocoa and
And
turnip. Okay, so which one is the cocoa?
Oh, the one that we thought was dasheen.
And
Yeah, 'cause
which
they have boiled
which is
breadfruit.
beneath the turnip, because the turnip is sandwiched between the pumpkin
And then now we have three pieces.
Okay,
Full,
all right.
well, right around the
Yes,
rim
man, that
is
is
cucumber.
right.
Slices of
Okay, all right.
Some
so,
people say
guys,
cucumber.
A cucumber. That's please try and say it like that. Okay, I don't want to hear no cucumber in it. Sounds
Cucumber.
bad. No, it's cucumber. Okay, so here's the thing.
And
This
that's a
is
veggie
Gene.
dish?
This is how we know is Gene. That is why yesterday the food that was sent in supposedly by Gene was very suspect. Because when Gene sends in her food, right, you have the cucumbers around the plate.
It's a trademark.
Right,
on the
and
edge.
then it has that serrated edge, where she put the fork through, and then she cut. So that is Gene. Yes,
All right.
Gene. Thank you, Gene. Love you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Welcome back.
Yeah, this look good.
That's 9 for me, and the mix
Yeah.
of all these things together.
What is this without dumpling though?
Jean says she out of flour.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, she have Oh, okay. All right. So, Jean, we understand now why you put the meat in, because she said she had a visitor yesterday, and the visitor eats meat. Because I couldn't understand. I said, kind of look like Jean, but Jean don't eat meat. So why the meat in the plate?
Okay, because
Lord
Jean is
have
a
mercy.
bona fide vegetarian.
Vegetarian.
I remember your question.
Yes.
So it was
This is a 9.5.
Oh, yeah, man.
Like
Jean all the
9.2
way.
because the 8.
Why you get 9.2 for? You want the odd scores.
Because
it missing dumpling.
Yeah.
So when in a Korea dumpling you go?
No, man. Remember, ground provision is incomplete without the dumpling. Come on,
brother.
At least 2 more
dumpling fall in a ground provision.
You're going to dig it up.
Dumpling
meaning
drop in a ground provision.
If you share ground provision, dumpling must be in the plate also.
Why?
Yeah, because it add up at the best way. So me know it. If me a cook, I have a pot of ground provision. My dumpling them half it there.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Jean,
at least 1 tree dumpling.
Jean, thank you very much, very much for sending this in. You know what I'm saying? Jean, I'm going to give you a 10 today. This is my first ever 10
9.2
for
me.
you.
Big up yourself, Jean.
Karen. Jean, you get a 10 from me.
Oh,
and how much you get?
I went 9.
9.
All right, so you get a 9.
I went
Jean
9.
closes out the segment. She is finishing the show today in what? What's on your lunch menu? I'm going to take a little time signal. Come right back.
JP said baby's banana chips. 20% more chips in the banana left them crumbs. The time by JP said Mary's banana chips is
4 minutes after 2 in the afternoon.
On my mind this morning.
On my mind this morning.
On my mind this morning.
This year, Nationwide This Morning will be sharing the microphone and space with opinion leaders, newsmakers, and society's movers and shakers. Join us weekday mornings at 6:30 for What's on My Mind, where we'll feature several commentators focusing on issues affecting Jamaicans and our beloved country. We'll amplify what matters to you: politics, the economy, crime and security, gender, culture, entertainment, and everything in between. Tune in to Ricardo, Tana, and Saeed, and our new commentators every weekday morning at 6:30 for What's on My Mind. Only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media.
It is said that in order for flowers to grow, you must take care of the garden, but also make sure the man who digs the soil and plants the seeds is happy. Some say a dog with a hole in the fence will end up in somebody else's yard, especially in times of heat. So when it comes to cheating, many couples pass the buck and blame between each other. But is it as simple as that? Is it unhappiness that makes a partner roam, or the partner at home isn't keeping things fresh and festive? It is said some men can't survive on chicken and rice every day, so them go road go find something to eat. But craving choke puppy, not true. Join me, Rodney Campbell, every Tuesday from 9 to 10:30 p.m. for Affairs of the Heart, right here on Nationwide 90 FM. This Tuesday's topic: who is to be blamed for bun?
Dog like we have to have them in a twos and threes, and everybody know we wild already. Believe you me name is String Panther.
When I need motivation, my one solution is my queen, cause she stays strong. Yeah, yeah. She is always in my corner, right there when no one. All these other girls are tempting, but I'm empty when you're gone. And they say, do you need me? Do you think I'm pretty? Do I make you feel like cheating? I'm like, no, not really, cause I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. She looks like a model. She grants my wishes like a genie in a bottle. Yeah, yeah.
Everything just cheap.
Cheap.
Yeah, cheap over here is like, let me tell you something. I refuse to, be around anything or associated with anything common, ordinary,
or
cheap,
yeah.
loud or raucous. All of these things. It makes you a different kind of person. So we are now in the design studio, and of course I'm joined by the deputy head boy over there. He is now a prefect, and we have a new kid on the block over here who is trying his best to get to a prefect as well. But he's very engaging and he sits in the front of the class. So we have high hopes for him.
If you can't join them, beat them.
You have to. Oh, you see this now? Then that will make you get to the back of the class, because you don't need to beat anybody in here. So here is the thing now. Sometimes we have these nice homes, but we just do the wrong things that make you have the results that you really don't, you really shouldn't have.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
You're cheating
It cheapens the thing. Your house just look cheap. You understand? So I'm going to get into now 7 things that make your home looks
cheap.
All right, here we go. Here is it. And we wonder why, what is going on here? What is going on here? What is going on here? All right, so cluttered shoe rack. Cluttered shoes. You know what I'm saying? Your shoes should be orderly, and you should really have a space, a dedicated space for your shoes. Your shoes should be orderly.
And for certain kinds of shoes. Yeah.
Yes.
You know, just throw them together because.
And let me tell you something. We have like 50 pairs of shoes, and we only wear 10, maybe, or 5. You know what I'm saying? And especially in Jamaica, the shoes go in dry rot.
You prefer
right?
shoes in boxes on a rack or shoes?
No, I
out
need to
like
see.
That?
I need to see my shoes, right?
Okay.
But then you should have containers, see-through containers. You can take them out of the box and have see-through containers, so you can just see your shoes. But here's the thing now: for Jamaica, you ever see those bookcases that you can buy? They're very inexpensive bookcases, bookshelves, right?
They look really nice.
Yes, and you can get those. Yes, put an additional shelf. They come with 5 shelves, but you can put an additional shelf in between the shelves that come with it, and that can be your dedicated shoe rack.
Shoe rack, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, so you don't have this whole. Another thing that makes the shoes, again, another thing that makes your home look really cheap, the shoes that pile up in front of your door when you go home in the evening time for people who take off shoes before they get into your house. That is another situation that is a no-no. That is a no-no. And they have so many shoes, racks right now that you can just put in front of your door.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? All right, what's next, miss? What is next?
All right.
Okay.
This looks. Is this
What
one
is
of
it?
them?
Use hidden instead. Okay, small artwork. Small artwork. Here is what I need you to do about the art. Sometimes we have a whole heap of art and so on, wall art, and just like little dots on the wall. Little dots. Scrap that and do large.
Only large.
Large, yeah. If it is, you see how they have this here, which is like a collage of small?
Right.
That is fine. That is really fine, right? But if you have just one of these small, like a 10 by 12 frame, and it's whole heap of space, and then another, you have another 8 by 8 over there, and so on. No, put them all together. That way you have some kind of a composition going on there. And when you do that, it would be advisable if you get the same frame. Oh, I see you over there, like you're nodding off and you're falling asleep. You over there, Jerome.
No, me I look on this.
Oh, you're looking at it. Okay, you're paying attention.
So in the event of like a triptych that isn't large, you know, you
Yes.
just have the three of them.
Yes.
Is it advisable then to go probably closer to a corner?
Yes, you can, and you can
and
make
put
a
them
moment over there.
in the triple.
You
Put
can,
the
yeah,
three of them.
yeah. You can make an experience over there or
But
a
when you have a
moment.
big,
a
broad
big wall,
wall
you're out of scale.
With all kind of
all
just
ca-
little,
yes,
little things. It
yes.
start look
It's disturbing.
it takes away from the quality of the
Right,
art.
and
as
then
well.
what did I say now? It makes your home look
cheap.
There you go. All righty.
Next.
What's next, please? Use a large instead, especially over like a sofa. No, here is the number one something here now. This is a sin in the house. every house I go in, especially, you know, if it's not my drapes, this Design Diva signature collection that is adorning your windows. The curtain sizes are all wrong. There is nothing that look worse on your windows like short curtain. You understand? Short curtains look like short pants. Look like they expect flood.
Yeah.
You understand?
Go down.
It must go down, and it must be at just an inch off of the floor. Please do not tell me that the people who you have cleaning your house say it must go up and because them can't get from up. Even if it was like 4 inches up, they would have to take it up anyway. And then sometimes there's another thing too. I go in homes and I see the curtain them tie up and all of that because they don't expect them warm breeze. Oh, just tie something back. You don't have to knot the curtains. It looks bad.
So how about for those who like to put long on the edges,
yes,
with a short piece
wrong
in the middle?
Wrong.
It is wrong?
Wrong.
So the whole thing must be
yes,
one length.
one length. And
All
you
right.
so and then what you can do, especially
Now
because
they know.
we live in an age of blackout, right? You do 2 rods. So you do the sheer on the inside, on the inner, and then you do the blackout on the outer, and then you just close it in the night, or you know, when you want privacy, and then you want to sleep in late. But you must not, under any circumstances, do short curtains. Okay?
So the idea that they must measure from the top of the rod
Yes.
to the edge of the window sill.
No.
Good.
No, unless it's a
Go on and
kitchen.
grow-
No,
go on
kitchen
grow.
curtain. Kitchen curtain different.
Yeah,
you understand?
well, yeah.
Bathroom curtain different. But if it is in your living room, your bedroom, your dining room, come on, man.
Go to the ground.
Go to the ground. Jeez, and peace. It's a sin. All right, what else we got here? Okay, there is a fix. Okay, here's another one now. Another one. People, you need to know the difference between a rug and a mat.
And a mat.
Yes?
A mat
What is
not
a rug?
supposed to be in your living rooms.
No. A mat is like a 4x5 mat. A runner is like a 2.5 by 7 feet. That's a runner. A 3x5 mat. Yes, a 4x6 mat. A rug is a 5x7, 8x10, 6x9, 10x12. Those, the bigger sizes, those are rugs. You cannot put mat in your living room and expect it to function as a rug. Do not do it. It don't look good.
Mat go bathroom.
Mat must go. Aye, there you go. And it's not in. And now let me just tell you too.
You don't believe me?
God bless
True
you.
word.
True word.
Yes, all right.
There you go. So let me tell you something. Even in the bathroom, sometimes, Mr. Jerome. Please don't put a mat in front of the water closet. Do you know what I call the water closet? What is the water closet, Rodney?
No, man, hold on now. Jerome, I look for the two, we like,
Terminology. We must have terminology in this class. What is water closet?
No, Google can't help
Look
you,
at
bad
it.
man.
No, man. YouTube supposed to can't help you. Somebody over there must know what water closet is.
Oh boy, still so. Jerome, ever.
The water closet is the toilet.
Hold on, man.
I noticed toilet.
You understand? Please, especially with men in the house, don't put it in front of there.
And that's also if you have a bidet.
People still use bidet.
Yeah.
You can stay there. No, in a modern day time, people are built house with bidet.
It's just coming back. As a matter of fact, you know what they're having now? They're having sprays that you can.
It doesn't look like the long time bidet, but it's still.
But you have sprays now. You know, you can get sprays that you can attach to the toilet and function as a spray in lieu of the bidet.
That's for the ladies, by the way.
So what you want to do with bidet?
Gentlemen,
what man do with bidet?
Do not make anybody convince you to invest in a bidet. It has nothing to
The
do.
bidet has nothing to do with you.
Old-time English.
No, it's French actually.
Well, that's why it's bidet, but it became a big thing for the British.
I'm going to tell you how
the royal set.
No, it came with the women of the night. And when they of the
finish,
oldest profession in the world, and then they're
ready
back
again
in business.
And go on. So
exactly.
the British converted it into a rather royal thing because remember, in order for them to undress, too much clothes, so they made it seem like it was supposed to be something very ladylike and royal.
It was never ladylike and royal. With the back road people over in France. Yeah. Okay, so guys, now listen to me. And I do know in Jamaica the tradition started with the mats and the short rugs because they didn't want people to stand on the rug. Yeah. So you walk around the rug, and therefore what you would have now, you'd have the sofa, you would have a small little mat, and then you would have the center table, what we call coffee table, on the mat, right? Yeah. Because them know why you walk on the mat.
And it's very furry.
You understand? It's very furry and it's nice. And remember back in the
and
day,
them call
Rodney.
It carpet, carpet, a rug.
Back in the day, Rodney and Jerome, furniture purchases and anything purchases are lifetime purchases are once. So if you're nasty top, it's hell to pay. You understand? So usually, you live outside. You're not supposed to come inside or whatever. You play outside and children are not allowed in the living room. You must pass it and wish well.
And you can only when you have on your good clothes.
Exactly.
And family come.
Family
come to visit.
When family come,
you get to sit down over there, so.
Over one part. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
Jerome,
Jerome is laughing.
You never remember say you go to your grandmother's house all 10 years and the plastic still
and speaking of which,
specific couch. It just untouched and you go over there and she said, No, come.
Yeah.
Sit down over there, so. I'm a good coach.
And another thing too, guys, the plastic. I don't know if we're still doing this, but I know it's not as rampant as it was before. But the plastic on the sofas, it's still out there. Please don't do it. Another thing, the holy pot chachka, what we call chachka, the holy pot figurines and so on, people still do it. Yeah, even though they say no more whatnot and no more figurine and whatnot, people still do it. There's a lot of figurines.
You know that moment when you cannot walk through a living room at all because the entire space is furniture and figurines.
And figurines, yeah.
I beg you, people, sometimes you must understand. I get it, you want to acquire the furniture, but there's a reason the place is 10 by 12. That space, you cannot put 40 by 60. Of things.
2 + 2 = 4. You see? And you don't equal 5.
In a 10 by 12
right?
space. It don't work.
Exactly. So the clutter is another thing that Rodney was alluding to. Clutter will devalue your space and make your space look cheap because less is more in a space. Space equals value. By the way, space equals value. If your paint, let's talk about the paint now because BH Paint is sponsoring this thing. And we cannot, and the paint have to look really, really expensive and rich and beautiful. You know what I mean? So here's the thing now. You can't put these bright colors that is going blind you in your space. Your place is going to look cheap. You have to tone it down, do neutrals, pastels, even if you're going to do a green, right? Or a blue. You don't have to go to the deepest color on the color chart on the thing.
You don't want the place to look dreary.
No.
And you don't want the place to look like Disney World neither.
No, you look clownish. That's what it looks like. It looks like clownish. So what you do now, you stay to the top. The first 3 is what you can do. You understand? And I would say stay with the 2. The
like
kids'
people
room.
say they want their kids' rooms to be vibrant.
Vibrant and stuff. Understand this psychology of color. If you use red or orange in the space, it's going to make them very passionate, very emotional, very hot. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to calm down. Remember, it's a bedroom.
Blue and yellow are good colors.
Blue and yellow, great colors. But please be very intentional with the color. Don't go too bright. Remember, in the color spectrum, you have a 15 million different shade of blue. You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, when it is that you're choosing your colors, be intentional about it. In children's rooms now, Rodney, they are going to gender neutral colors. So therefore, you're not going to see much pinks, pink for girl and blue for boy. You know, it's the beiges, it's the grays, it's the greens, it's the yellows, you know, and then now everything goes together.
Sometimes it's not everything we must try for scientifically realign. Yellow and blue have always just been good colors.
Colors, yeah.
Just put them in there, man, and done. Right? Nobody start getting to the we want to
Okay.
Right?
Hold on a second now.
Sorry,
Go
quickly.
ahead.
How about the outside of a house? We have the same philosophy about the extremes of colors, don't it?
Yes, because sometimes you see some bright pink, you see some bright yellow, and we're talking about gold. We see some bright blue. I understand that we are a colorful people. God knows, I know, and you know your house, especially in a Christmas time. But sometimes, especially in some neighborhoods, if your house stands out, your neighbors will vex with you. You understand? Yeah. Your house should not stand out. Your house must stand out in architecture, in appeal, in curb appeal, in landscaping and so on, but not color. No, here's the thing now. Queen Caramel says a whole heap of teddy bear all hung up. Yes, people collect the whole heap of teddy bear.
Not just teddy bear.
Teddy bear and all kind of stuff.
All things stuffed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And now,
you can't sit in the couch either because the couch is for the teddy bears.
It's for the teddy bears and the whole heap of pillow them and whatnot. And I know men, you have a serious aversion to the whole heap of pillow them in the couch. Here's the other one
in
now.
the bed.
And in the bed.
30 pillow in the bed that need to go wrong when it's rubbish.
Yeah, it becomes an issue. It certainly becomes an issue. How about the etagere? You know what the etagere is?
Give me a normal name.
What not?
It's called etagere.
Etagere.
Oh, I see.
Etagere.
I see.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Now you know.
Etagere.
Yeah, it's etagere. It was really the whatnot.
Yeah.
And you know why it's called the whatnot?
What
Because you put only for whatnot on the whatnot.
Whatnot. And break front.
And break front. Yeah. Break front. No, but I had.
It have to have glass
the
on the
glass
front
on it. That is the break front. Because you could have break it. Yeah.
That's how.
And the break front is usually in the dining room, and the whatnot now is in the living room. But people,
or a sitting.
I know, holy people still have whatnot in their house.
Yeah,
it's true.
Whatnot never would have started.
Whatnot, yeah, holy
certainly
whatnot.
not in Jamaica.
But it has evolved now to shelving units and all sorts of things and so. But shelves, but whatnot is part of a culture.
Yeah, it is.
Whatnot is part of our culture.
And
break front. And we had,
the difference
what other
between
one?
what we call a settee and a couch?
Well, you tell me, because I'm sure that I will have a different meaning.
No, but just try to figure out. Because I remember hearing somebody said that a couch, that over there is a settee. So they want to look normal at the couch. You want to look big and thick and strong at the settee.
No, the settee is the one that kind of look more French. And it has a day, because we used to have these things, as if to say me born of the day, even though me all like Methuselah, but still, we used to have these things sort of fainting couch, or that was like a settee, you know what I'm saying? So that, again, from the French, because that is where
an arch.
With a little arch and whatnot, and where, oh, okay, guys, if you watch Bridgerton at all on Netflix, yes, you will see, they're full of settees over there, but what are the names? You have settee, you have couch, you have sofa,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Recliner.
A sofa isn't really, a sofa is for relaxation.
All of them is the same thing.
It's that small item put there. Now, love seat
is different.
Cat Williams did say, Why is it called a love seat? If you're not gonna, you're only supposed to sit in it when you're gonna make love. I say, oh, the love seat.
Love seat.
Why is it called a love seat?
Love seat is a smaller version of a sofa or a couch. With it's
one
really
piece,
supposed
no
to.
sides,
No.
and an arch in the back.
No, sir.
What's the love seat?
All right, so you have like a 3-piece set. What you know, you have a sofa, 3-piece, so
Right.
three seating cushions.
And sometimes
Then you
it
have
a L.
that is now a sectional.
All right.
Okay, now the love seat is a version of the sofa, but it cuts smaller and it has 2 seat cushions on it.
That's it.
So love seat is meant for 2 people to sit, meaning lovers to sit.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
So what you can do is you put one part to the side, keep the 2-seater in the middle, and then you have that little. Some people use it as
what you talking
footrest.
about is a sectional, That's a totally different thing. So a sectional now comes in like a modular. A
In 3
modular
parts.
sectional will come in parts and you put it together.
3 parts.
Right? So that is a sectional. Cool? Then now you have a standalone sofa.
With
a
2
standalone
seats.
with 3, we'd call them a 3-seater. Then you have another standalone, which is a 2-seater.
That's the love seat.
And that's the love seat.
Yeah.
Yes, right? And the 3-seater would be the sofa or the couch, right? But a sectional now combines all of them, as much, some of them are really huge and some of them are a little smaller and so on. And then that's it. So that was our extended version today of the Design Studio, brought to you by, of course, BH Paints. There you go.
Design Lab home decor tips and design trends was brought to you by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints.
Nationwide 90 FM now brings you live coverage of the sectoral debate presentation by the Minister of Local Government and Community Development, the Honorable Desmond McKenzie. This broadcast is brought to you by the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development.
And today, Madam Speaker, the strength and the power of the Almighty cannot be taken for granted and be underestimated. And we do, Madam Speaker, I personally do believe in the power of the Almighty. And I want to, Madam Speaker, give all thanks and praise for his care and his tender keeping over the years, Madam Speaker. I want to also, Madam Speaker, extend my personal support to you as Speaker and ask you to continue to manage the affair of the Parliament in the manner which you have been doing since you occupied that prestigious chair. Madam Speaker, the staff of the Ministry of Local Government, headed by the Permanent Secretary, and the team of officers at all levels, I want to extend my personal gratitude and thanks for the support that I've been getting from the team at the ministry, who has been very efficient in making all the necessary arrangements for this presentation and who continue to exercise with a fair level of confidence the policies and programs of the government of Prime Minister Andrew Holness. I want to salute my Permanent Secretary and the staff of the Ministry of Local Government and say thank you for a job well done. The relationship between myself and colleagues on both sides of this august body goes without question. I know there are times when we get hot under the collar, but there is there is that mutual respect that we on this side have demonstrated, and I am sure, Madam Speaker, that my colleagues on that side share the same opinion when it comes on to the question of respect for each other in this honorable chamber. Madam Speaker, the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica, continue to demonstrate his capacity as one of the greatest modern-day leaders of the last 50 years. This goes without saying, Madam Speaker, and those who doubt his ability and those who underestimate his value to the political process in Jamaica is in for a rude awakening somewhere down the road, Madam Speaker. I want to thank him for the opportunity that he has afforded me to sit in his cabinet. And I want to give him and my colleagues on this side and to the House and to the entire Jamaica my commitment. I am loyal to my leader and Prime Minister, Madam Speaker. And I will never relieve. Madam Speaker, today is the 28th of May. And on this day, Madam Speaker, one of Jamaica's greatest political leaders was born. On this day, Madam Speaker, 5 years ago, I stood in this chamber to deliver my sectorial presentation. And in the midst of that, Madam Speaker, I had to pay tribute to the man who is responsible for my being here today. I make reference of the Most Honorable Edward Philip George Seaga. Today marks 5 years since he has left us, Madam Speaker. And every day of my life, I will forever cherish what he has done for me and thousands of Jamaicans, and especially the people of West Kingston, Madam Speaker. I feel a sense of pride to know that I'm able to stand in this august chamber. First as a senator, he became the youngest senator in the history of Jamaica's parliament in 1959. He appointed me to the Senate in 2002. Madam Speaker, Edward Seaga represents what the real Jamaica is all about, Madam Speaker. Commitment, loyalty, and respect for people, Madam Speaker. He has left me a legacy, a constituency, Madam Speaker, that has been the envy of many Jamaicans. West Kingston remains the only political constituency in Jamaica that since 1962 has remained loyal to the Jamaica Labour Party. No other constituency in Jamaica boasts that envious record. And since 1944, Madam Speaker, West Kingston has only gone once to the PNP. We have been loyal, faithful, committed, sincere and strong. And I want to thank the people of West Kingston. This is my 15th year and my 15th sectorial presentation as their Member of Parliament. And I want to thank the team headed by my two councillors, Mrs. Daphne Urge, Jacqueline King, Susan Brooks Wilson, Charmaine Anderson, Devon Robinson, Dawn Spence Aaron, and I could go on and name this team, Madam Speaker. I want to say to them and to the people of West Kingston, thank you for your support, and I will continue to be your Member of Parliament. I love you, and may God bless the people of West Kingston. Madam Speaker, I have served as councillor, mayor, and parliamentarian. This would not have been possible without the bedrock support of my political family, my social family, my biological family, and especially my rock, my shield, my hiding place, the queen of my castle, Marcia. It is so sweet and reassuring to know that at the end of every day, 47 years after we were joined together, I can still lose myself in her sweet embrace.
Oh dear. A tough woman.
And I can still encourage and lift and be lifted by the support I receive from her. Madam Speaker, the family is important, and I want to say to her how I respect and love her sincerely, Madam Speaker. To my close protection team, Madam Speaker, I owe them a debt of gratitude. They have been with me for more than 10 years, Madam Speaker, and I want to tell you, I value them in the same way I value my family, Madam Speaker. After 8 years of leading local government, I am very heartened to report, despite the challenges, there is a greater public appreciation about the role of local government, and most importantly, the national impact that it has had. Its functions are effectively implemented in a way by this administration that is unprecedented. We have seen investment in in personal systems and structure of local government, and in many instances, we are seeing the fruits of our new projects and programs that are being built by Labour. Despite this, Madam Speaker, we have been listening to the soundings that we are receiving from our citizens. They acknowledge that we are doing positive things and that some of our achievements are unprecedented. However, their expectations about the timeline in which we develop should significantly be shorter than their expectations. But, Madam Speaker, this government recognizes and accepts the challenge, and we understand the needs of the Jamaican people. We continue to expand hope as we build this new Jamaica. We see it as the expectation of a rapid, evolving society where people want to achieve the Jamaican dream for themselves, here and now, and not only for themselves, but also for their children. The Right Excellent Sir Alexander Bustamante, founder of this great and noble institution known as the Jamaica Labour Party, in 1943, gave the political leadership to the laborers all across Jamaica who were agitating for better working conditions, for a little more bread and a little more butter. He stated shortly after independence that the party aimed at lifting the small man, for his time has come to have better consideration and a better life. Today, under the leadership of the Honorable Michael Andrew Onnes, this Jamaica Labour Party government is keeping that independent commitment under his leadership. We have not only created better conditions for working people and their families, but there are more opportunities to work than ever before, Madam Speaker. Employment level is at a very high level, Madam Speaker. And more of our people are obtaining a sense of satisfaction and the dignity that the jobs are providing. To those who claim that we cater exclusively to people at the upper end of the social ladder, I say that the Jamaica Labour Party, under the leadership of Prime Minister Andrew Onnes, is not dedicated not only to protecting the poor, but to elevating them, taking them out of poverty. And, Madam Speaker, I stand here as a living proof that the Jamaica Labour Party is everybody's party in this country. Madam Speaker, our mission as an effective join-up government is to ensure that no one is left behind. The Ministry of Local Government and Community Development has a unique role in making decisive contribution to the economic development, the parochial advancement of community improvement and social protection. Madam Speaker, my presentation today will address the big things that are happening and will happen through local government. Let me first declare that all our programs and projects are designed and implemented to bring hope to the people of Jamaica, Madam Speaker. From employment and social assistance programs to infrastructure projects, the care of our vulnerable persons, everything we do is geared towards maintaining, elevating hope as a national project of transforming Jamaica continues, Madam Speaker. The Jamaica Fire Brigade. The role of the brigade in protecting the people and its assets, our rapidly evolving country, Madam Speaker, is emerging in such a way. One of our greatest assets is the Jamaica Fire Brigade, Madam Speaker. The agency continues to build capacity by adding an additional 206 highly trained new firefighters in the last financial year, adding essential vehicles and equipment to ensure optimal service delivery at a cost of just under $400 million, Madam Speaker. But, Madam Speaker, the 206 new graduates that has fallen in line in the Jamaica Fire Brigade, Madam Speaker, for the first time in many years, Madam Speaker, the Jamaica Fire Brigade is up to its full complement of firefighters because of the work and effort of the government of Prime Minister Andrew Roberts. Some of the things that this administration have done to improve service delivery is the rollout of standby generators at our fire station to guarantee the country 24/7 operations under any circumstances. Over $24.5 million was spent to obtain 5 generators in the last financial year. 7 more will be purchased this year. This will result in an overall 25 standby generators in the service at the Fire Brigade. Something that has never happened before, Madam Speaker. This is no joke. Up to 2019. And, Madam Speaker, some people will say, so why you're boasting about that? But up to 2019, Madam Speaker, the only fire station in Jamaica that was equipped with a standby generator was the York Park Fire Station, Madam Speaker. And let me say this. One, the Jamaica Fire Brigade is one of the oldest institutions in Jamaica. It is over 150 years old, Madam Speaker. And in the first time in its history, the government of Prime Minister Andrew Holness, there are 35 fire stations in Jamaica, and only one, up to 2019, had a standby generator. This is a government of performance, Madam Speaker. We are giving the firefighters the ability to receive calls, to protect lives and property. Madam Speaker, we are proud of what has been done so far. In the last financial year, $138 million was spent to repair and rehabilitate 10 fire stations across the country, from Morant Bay in the east to Negril in the west. The remanning of the fire station in Buff Bay in Portland, Ocho Rios, St. Anne's Bay, Santa Cruz, Black River, Waterford. And as I speak, Madam Speaker, the Halfway Tree Fire Station rehabilitation work at a cost of $15 million is presently taking place. In Port Antonio, phase 2 of the renovation work is well underway, and the final phase of this, Madam Speaker, $103 million will be spent to complete the fire station in this financial year. We are keeping the promise we made to give the people of Ulster Spring and the surrounding communities a brand new fire station, Madam Speaker. So far, 27.6 million has been spent on the first phase of the work at Ulster Spring, which is 80% complete. And by next month, construction from the ground up will begin. This project is estimated to cost $153 million, Madam Speaker. In Balaclava, where's the MP? In Balaclava, the funds, Madam Speaker, is now available for work to commence on the facility that will give the people of Balaclava in St. Elizabeth for the first time fire service at their gate and door, Madam Speaker. This year, for the first time in its history, the Jamaica Fire Brigade will be installing a modern first world electronic records management system. This has massive implications for the quality of the high level of service being provided by the agency. In addition to providing inventory management, this system will streamline the JFB's entire building inspection process for properties. And let me spend 2 minutes on that, Madam Speaker. We are seeing huge buildings going up across the country. The country must be aware that the Jamaica Fire Brigade plays a critical role in the approval process of construction buildings in this country, because the safety, the fire features must meet the standards that are set by the Jamaica Fire Brigade, Madam Speaker. And this system that has been provided to the brigade will ensure that the inspection schedule, the report of violations and compliance tracking, it will store building plans island-wide in one database, thus giving firefighters quick access to floor plans and fire escape routes. It will provide live tracking for fire personnel and equipment to ensure maximum safety and efficiency. It will create and manage firefighters' shift system, including overtime leave requests, thereby ensuring that the efficiency in terms of its frontline workers, preventing undue stress and burnout. This is critical, Madam Speaker. The first in a series of 5 sets is being tested at this time. This is a game changer, Madam Speaker, in the life of the brigade, as this government continues to work to create a first world fire service in Jamaica. Madam Speaker, the fire wardens clubs in schools. This is a new feature of the Jamaica Fire Brigade. Of all the important projects that has been initiated by the brigade, the fire wardens clubs in schools project has the greatest potential to transform national attitude to fire safety. This is a new and special component of the fire and life safety education program, and it aims to provide our children in primary school education system with the skills they need to avoid and to prevent fire and bring them into a culture of disaster prevention. The Fire Wardens Club is a uniform club which is endorsed and supported by the Ministry of Education and Youth, and it now forms a part of the extracurriculum programs in our primary schools. This is a social transformation initiative, Madam Speaker, and I am highly optimistic that it can help to save our children's lives and create an intergenerational culture of fire that will preserve life in homes and communities across the country. I urge the schools, Madam Speaker, to buy into this project because it can save life and help to educate our children. I want to make a short but important remark on bushfire. Bushfire, Madam Speaker, account for the highest number of genuine fire calls that the brigade has received. In 2023, our firefighters were called to put out 6,443 bushfires across all parishes. This is a whopping 81% increase over the number of bushfires that was recorded in 2022. Since the start of this year, we have already seen the brigade dealing with 2,134 bushfires. The brigade is now anticipating where these fires will occur by using the bushfire warning index provided by the National Meteorological Service. These initiatives have the desired effect, Madam Speaker, as the brigade has been able to respond strategically and have saved hundreds of hectares of residential, commercial, and government lands rather than being blindsided by bushfire. The Jamaica Fire Brigade is discharging its duties well. With the historical level of investment and support by this government. That is why, Madam Speaker, and I have to say, because if nobody don't correct it, it will remain out there. And that is why I was surprised at reading a recent article in which the mayor of one of our capital towns made reference to a bushfire. And the comment that was made, the reason why the firefighter took sick and was admitted to the hospital is because the brigade is lacking proper equipment to fight fire. Madam Speaker, the Jamaica Fire Brigade has never been in a better state than now. And I want to make the point. The previous administration, over its tenure, spent $605 million was allocated to the Jamaica Fire Brigade. $605 million. Madam Speaker, we have since spent 10 times that figure, Madam Speaker. Over $5 billion, Madam Speaker, has been invested in cutting-edge new equipment, more traditional equipment and infrastructure for the brigade. Our firefighters have bunker gears like dirt, Madam Speaker. Industrial washing machine to take care of them. They have utility vehicles of various kinds, fireboats, drones, other personal protective equipment. This government will be investing even more this year, Madam Speaker, to make the Jamaica Fire Brigade a world-class public Rescue Protection Agency, Madam Speaker. And I urge this Parliament to let us unite and to salute the hard-working men and women of the Jamaica Fire Brigade for the commitment that they have been giving to this country over many years, Madam Speaker. Bush, fire. The National Solid Waste Management Authority, Madam Speaker, has been facing a number of criticisms as it works to clear backlog and to ensure consistency in collecting residential waste. I know the challenges that the leadership and staff are dealing with. And I want to say to the men and women of the Jamaica, of the National Solid Waste Management Authority, that they have my total confidence as they work hard to rectify the problems in the fields. The addition of the 50 new compactor trucks to the fleet has resulted, amongst other things, Madam Speaker, over 1.1 million tons of solid waste being collected over the last financial year. 8 of these trucks are exclusively being used to address backlogs. We are making a big difference in this respect. I can assure the South and the country that the national public cleansing effort will intensify this year in keeping with this government's commitment to substantially invest in the National Solid Waste Management Authority another batch of 50 assaulted trucks, Madam Speaker. As I speak, 10 of these trucks are already here, and the remainder are on their way. Their deployment across the regions will lift the standards of service to a new level. This will go beyond the general improvements in public cleansing, which I will disclose later on in my presentation. The Drum at the Gate campaign. While public education campaigns are still being used to encourage proper disposal habits, one of the important initiatives launched by the entity is the Drum at the Gate campaign. The agency is identifying residents across the country that have no garbage bins and are placing storage containers at the gate free of cost. The initiative is in its early stage, and just under 1,500 bins have been placed so far. This is important, not only for encouraging proper waste management at the household level, but also enhancing a more orderly, physical, pleasant community environment. Madam Speaker, the accumulation of disposal plastic containers continue to be a national challenge, which the agency is tackling through a plastic separation and collection drive that currently involves 69 communities across the country. Over 500,000 pounds of plastic have been collected so far. This critical initiative will be expanded this year and will be supported by a dedicated assignment of 10 tipper trucks units, which are already in the island, Madam Speaker. So we're not talking, the tipper trucks are here. That is going to be rolling out, Madam Speaker, to help to rid our drains and our gullies of plastic containers, Madam Speaker. This is a vital complement to the work that is constantly being done to clear waste from the gullies and drains, of which plastic is a huge component. Preventing plastic from entering our waterways is of even greater importance as we enter the hurricane season, which promises to be an active hurricane season. Madam Speaker, people generally refer to the National Solid Waste as public enemy. And it is, however, this government who also look at the human side of the entity. You had men and women who have been sweeping our streets in sun, rain. They are out of their bed from 3 a.m. in the mornings in their various outfits, sweeping our streets from that time, Madam Speaker. Solid Waste was formed in 2001. And 99% of those workers who started never know what tomorrow will bring working at Solid Waste. They had no job security. Nobody cared about them. All they do is talk a lot about loving the poor, but never do anything, Madam Speaker, to secure the future for those who they talk about, Madam Speaker. We started this process. We started this process in 2017, Madam Speaker, when I gave an increase to those workers. And every year since, we have increased the rates to our solid waste workers. Madam Speaker, when this government speaks, we don't just talk. We back it up with action, Madam Speaker. This is how the government shows that we care, that we are sincere, when we make a commitment that we are a government of action, not a government of bagamout, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, over 3,000 employees of the National Solid Waste Management Authority can now walk and hold their head high and beat them chest and say, I'm now permanently employed. Them have job security, insurance benefit, health benefit, and they can even get a little pension, Madam Speaker. When we approach Minister of Finance on the matter, he said, yes, the Prime Minister gave a commitment. The government of the Jamaica Labour Party gave this commitment, and we have fulfilled that commitment, Madam Speaker. The Board of Supervision continue to provide hope to our vulnerable society as the ministry drives the social protection program. The work of the Board of Supervision, Madam Speaker, I want to signal out for special attention a young woman who have brought steady hands, a tender heart in leading that organization. The Secretary, Ms. Trika Lewis, has been a source of strength and inspiration in providing the leadership for an important organization like that. Madam Speaker, this organization has brought hope to our citizens in homeless circumstances. 2 night shelters were built, one in Falmouth, one in Ocherius, at a cost of 42 million. the Clarendon Night Shelter was completed, and phase 2 of the King Street Transitional Center was completed at a cost of 40 million. This year, a new homeless facility. I broke ground in Port Antonio about 3 weeks ago. A new facility, see there, will be built at a cost of over $50 million, Madam Speaker. This is, in addition, Madam Speaker, to the 14 shelters announced by the most honorable Prime Minister in his budget presentation. The work has commenced with the National Housing Trust in identifying the lands across Jamaica for the construction of these facilities, Madam Speaker. This is a government, a caring, understanding government, Madam Speaker. While infrastructure projects and care services are provided for homeless persons, there is a beautiful story of hope and triumph. And I want members to listen to this. Since 2020,
Minister, based on the clock, your approximate time for speaking is almost expired, and I think you're going into a new topic that we would love to be very focused on listening to. So in keeping with the standing order, I'll allow the 20 seconds to run out. House Leader.
So, Madam Speaker, to be precise, we'll do a little filibustering for the next 2 seconds to allow. Absolutely. Madam Speaker, the member's time for speaking having been expired, I beg to move that his time be extended sufficiently to allow him to complete his presentation. May it please you, Madam Speaker.
Question is that the Minister be allowed 45 minutes to complete his presentation. Those in favor? Those against? The ayes have it.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the beautiful story of hope and triumph is that since 2016, 66 of these homeless persons have been rehabilitated and reintegrated into their communities. Even better, Madam Speaker, they have become productive members of the society. Some are employed within the private and public sector. A few have become entrepreneurs through the efforts of the Board of Supervision. Some were trained at art. Another 20 previously homeless persons were successfully united with their family members who had earlier abandoned them. They are now employed in various places, including municipal corporations, the hotels, business processing outsource centers. 5 of them, Madam Speaker, are currently attending schools. 2 are pursuing law degree and software programming degree, Madam Speaker, respectfully. Shannon Stevenson is one of those individuals pursuing a law degree, and she's here with us this afternoon. Stand up and wave so that they can see you. Madam Speaker, the ultimate objective of the government intervention is to treat the homeless as temporary rather than permanent. To help the people who use this transitional facility to find or to rediscover their full potential, to help unite them with their family, so that everyone can enjoy a better life. Madam Speaker, I should say it. but I will. The homeless are vulnerable people. This government cares about them. When they came off the street, they enter into a night shelter, a transitional center, other outdoor facilities built by labor. No government under the watch. I want you to listen to this. No government under the watch of a GLP administration has ever kidnapped homeless people and mentally ill people, tie them up with rope, pepper spray them, push them into the back of a truck, drive them 45 miles from Montego Bay to Santa Cruz, and then dump them in a highly acid backside mud lake. That happened on the 15th of July, 1999, a day of total shame in the history of central and local government in modern Jamaica. It burned me to this day as local government practitioner that it has proven through a subsequent commission of inquiry that both low-level and senior-level employee of the then St. James Parish Council was involved in kidnapping 32 street people, 6 of whom who have not been found. Madam Speaker, we cannot undo the past, but the political leadership of this country and this side must create an environment where nothing more like this ever happen again in this country, Madam Speaker. This government respect our citizens. We will fulfill our duty of care to them, regardless of their circumstances. There are shareholders in the project, in Project Jamaica, the country of hope that this government has created and continue to build on since 2016. Through the various initiatives, Madam Speaker, we continue to provide infirmary care right across the country. Madam Speaker, amongst the greatest example of hope over trial are the children of the less fortunate. We are lifting them into prosperity through education, supporting them, again, managed by the Board of Supervision. Since 2019, and the House must understand how we care for these people. In 2019, 446 students received special awards and bursary for outstanding academic achievement in all sectors of their examination, Madam Speaker. 16 million was spent last year for school expenses for the registered children, while 3 million in grants and scholarships were officially awarded to 61 registered students who excelled in various subject areas, including tertiary education. These students are a source of pride to their family and the people of the Poor Relief System and to us in the ministry. I want to again specially recognize a bright spark from this year's scholarship award, Kezia Blight from Merle Grove High School, who is here with us. Stand and get acknowledged. A success story in our program. Madam Speaker, we care and we will continue, Madam Speaker, to do what is important to uplift the standard of every man and woman in this country. The Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management has made major contributions to the elevation of Jamaica's disaster profile through a wide range of programs and partnership. In this regard, I want to focus the public attention on the project for the improvement of the early emergency communication system in Jamaica. Madam Speaker, a huge part of the emergency management period during and after disaster is an effective, dedicated communications network. In this respect, groundbreaking advancement has been made in implementing this project. The essential feature of these bilateral initiatives between the governments of Jamaica and Japan is the installation of a wireless communication system, related equipment to ensure swift and secure communications between critical agencies and vulnerable communities through a single communication network. Over $2 billion have been invested in this project, and I am pleased to advise that 15 early warning siren towers were built at Port Maria in St. Mary, Old Harbour Bay, Angels to Bagua Corridor in St. Catherine. This early warning system will transmit messages issued by ADPEM to residents and commuters in these vulnerable communities. It will also facilitate evacuation training and stimulation exercise in these communities. As a part of this project, 292 mobile radios have been installed in emergency vehicles to make our first responders better able to coordinate emergency response activity. Additionally, 120 base stations are now located at 14 integral community stations across the island. These include municipal corporations, public health departments, fire stations, police stations, hospital. There is now a repeater microwave link, 24 repeater sites across the country, thereby extending Jamaica's emergency communication coverage to approximately 95%, Madam Speaker, the first time in our history. This is a very important bit of technology for maintaining communications with the most remote part of the country through every stage of disaster, from preparedness to recovery. This is a new day in emergency management. This has never happened before, Madam Speaker. The effective completion of this project could not have come at a better time, just before the start of the Atlantic hurricane season. Next month, the Japanese International Cooperation Agency is scheduled to officially hand over the disaster communication infrastructure to the government of Jamaica. This will coincide with the 60th anniversary of the bilateral relationships between the government and to mark 34 years of cooperation between JICA and Jamaica. I want to especially acknowledge and to thank the Japanese ambassador to Jamaica and the team from the Japanese embassy for the tremendous job that they have been doing. The government of Jamaica cherish this tremendous partnership and friendship, and we look forward to achieving greater things together in the years to come. Early warning flood system for Port Maria and St. Mary. In my last presentation, I indicated the government intend to initiate a flood warning mechanism for Port Maria as a part of the wider effort to protect property, especially the people of this extremely vulnerable town. This year, work will begin to install the flood hazard early warning system for Port Maria. Specifically, this will be comprised of 10 siren towers that can automatically, manually operate, 2 auto weather stations, and 2 rainfall intensity gauge in the watershed, which will be linked to the siren. Additionally, clear, identifiable evacuation routes with appropriate signs will be developed to ensure rapid escape from flood-prone areas. ADPEM will undertake a public education awareness campaign. This, Madam Speaker, along with the residents and business owners, will be trained to manually operate the siren interpretation warning messages and take necessary actions to reduce the flooding on their homes and businesses through a special flood mitigation technique community disaster risk management group for Port Maria. This will be established, and I hope the Member of Parliament will play a critical role in that exercise. This project will be implemented at a cost of $17 million. I'm looking forward to the efficient and effective installation, and the commitment made is a commitment kept, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the Social Development Commission, it cannot be overstated that this government is serious about elevating hope by ensuring that all Jamaicans feel connected to the significant economic and social changes being implemented across the country. The work of the Social Development Commission is invaluable. In this respect, the agency is making notable impact on our citizens' lives at the community level. In the last financial year, the agency successfully supported 49 community projects valued at $93 million, with infrastructure development, education, economic empowerment as their main objectives. These projects have a direct impact on nearly 157,000 people. They are a part of a drive to create economic incentives and opportunities within communities as a part of the community development objective. Additionally, the SDC issued 357 grants amounting to $19.6 million, a special entrepreneurial grant valued at $74.7 million to 149 small business owners in several communities. The Local Development Support Program conducted 154 training sessions for 416 local initiatives, Madam Speaker. This investment, Madam Speaker, in the work of the SDC continue to build and create young, upcoming businessmen, Madam Speaker. And this year, the government intends to increase further its funding support to the SDC to reach more communities and provide greater opportunities. The government is committed to building Jamaica community by community. Through the SDC, with the support of the Ministry of Education, youth summer camps have been established to instill positive values to our young people right across the country, Madam Speaker. So this year, Madam Speaker, and I know the member from St. Catherine will be pleased, through the SDC, they will be establishing 60 youth summer camps across Jamaica to give youngsters the opportunity to best interact, Madam Speaker. This, Madam Speaker, is an initiative that I'm urging members of Parliament to support in their various communities to ensure that members in their communities participate. Madam Speaker, in conclusion, the government of Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, gave a commitment to the Jamaican people 8 years ago that we would change their lives for better. That hope was on the way. We have been honoring that promise every year since then. The government has delivered public service to more people in more communities than any other time, Madam Speaker. Men who felt isolated and feel as if life has no meaning has now become more focused because they have seen the work of the administration in dealing with the problems of the Jamaican people. This ministry is making strong contribution in this process by improving traditional services, by introducing new approaches to service delivery. Madam Speaker, last year, when the drought affected many communities into this year, the government, Madam Speaker, gave a commitment. We not only truck water to those areas, we develop a network of modern community-based water shops that have significantly lifted the standards of living and have brought dignity and hope. The government is not saying that water shops is the answer, but it is something far more than any other government has attempted in our history to ease the water crisis, Madam Speaker. And we continue to make inroads. This year, we'll be building water shops in Clarendon, Portland, Manchester, at a cost of over $50 million, Madam Speaker. Our goal as a ministry is to elevate living standards by expanding minor water supplies. Our goal as a government is to provide all our citizens with pipe and potable water. We are determined to make hope flow like a river to all our citizens, Madam Speaker. Last year, we provided over $150 million for the trucking of water across the country. This year, we'll be providing an additional $170 million for the trucking of water to various communities across Jamaica, Madam Speaker. We are improving the living standards and bringing hope by rehabilitating parochial roads for our citizens. Last year, we repaired approximately 300 kilometers of these roads, Madam Speaker. This year, we'll be spending an additional $200 million more on these roads. This is in addition to the parochial roads that will be rehabilitated under the $20 billion Spark program, Madam Speaker, over the next 2 years. And Madam Speaker, let me make the point. The Spark program is not a replacement for the regular maintenance of roads that the municipal corporations have to do, Madam Speaker. So the money is there to continue the maintenance of roads. And I urge those, Madam Speaker, not to use the Spark program as an excuse not to carry out the work. The money is in the Ministry of Local Government, and once it is requested, it will be released to the various municipalities, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, we will be restoring and expanding the work in our public cemeteries, Madam Speaker. And this, Madam Speaker, is something that I think that every Jamaican should sit back and look at. Madam Speaker, our cemeteries over the years have deteriorated. Last year, Madam Speaker, the government spent over $100 million on public cemeteries. This year, Madam Speaker, we'll be spending another $100 million, Madam Speaker, to clean and to maintain public cemeteries across the country. I urge Jamaicans, Madam Speaker, to join with us in bringing respect to the final resting place of our brothers and sisters. And we should, Madam Speaker, and I call on the country, I call on the House to support us in this effort, Madam Speaker, to restore pride and dignity to our public cemeteries across the country. Madam Speaker, the government has made an unprecedented effort to transform municipal buildings across the country. A couple of years ago, we concluded the construction of a new municipal building in Westmoreland. And last week, I had the pleasure of opening the Portmore Municipal Building built by labor at a cost of over $200 million, Mr. Speaker. Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, shortly, for the last 25 years, the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation has been operating in conditions that is unsuited. Nobody can feel proud about the facilities that the people in St. Thomas operate under. Madam Speaker, a commitment made back in 2017, shortly, the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation will be moving into a spanking brand new facility at the Goodyear facility in St. Thomas, Madam Speaker. The parish of St. Anne, Madam Speaker, we are now focusing our attention on building a brand new municipal building for the municipality of St. Anne. And the work have already started, Madam Speaker, on that facility, Madam Speaker, to get the work going, the designs and everything. So we are moving at a pace because we are providing these facilities, Madam Speaker, so that our local representatives can feel a sense of pride in where they sit to administer the affairs of the people that they represent. Madam Speaker, this administration has done more for councillors than any other administration in Jamaica. Nobody can question the sincerity of the Andrew Holness government when it comes on to supporting local government in a meaningful way. For the first time, we introduce administrative assistance support to councillors. So councillors would get funding either to rent an office or to pay for an administrative assistance. Madam Speaker, we value the work that these assistants have done. And this year, we will move the monthly allocation to $40,000 a month for councillors. Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, Jamaica has to move. We have to be transforming the economy. 2 years ago, Minister Clark, after consultation, announced a project, paint the city, paint the town. Over some $200 million was spent on that program. When you drive around some of our major towns in the country, you will see what the government as Prime Minister Andrew Holness have done, bringing life to the cities. Madam Speaker, we're back this year. And the government is providing another $100 million, but we'll be taking this into the communities across Jamaica, Madam Speaker, to give the communities a facelift so that the citizens can feel a sense of hope, happiness in living in Jamaica, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I can't describe the smile on the faces of people when you hand them the keys, Minister Clark, to their indigent. Madam Speaker, when I became a councillor in 1977, indigent also used to get a little money to support. Yes, I'm 72 years old this year. 72. Madam Speaker, a little board house, Madam Speaker. Nothing is wrong with a board house. This government is thinking beyond that, Madam Speaker. And we have been building solid concrete structure, Madam Speaker. And we not only build these houses, Madam Speaker, we put furniture in them, Madam Speaker. This year, Madam Speaker, the government has provided another $150 million, Madam Speaker, to roll out more social houses. And we are going to, Madam Speaker, be putting in solar system. Wow. Energy saving. Madam Speaker, we did it already in one that we just opened. And Madam Speaker, these houses, Madam Speaker, will lift the standard of living for many Jamaicans. And this is something that every member in this house should support because it is bringing hope to persons who never had hope before. Madam Speaker, the government is working hard to rehabilitate markets, Madam Speaker. Our markets are in a bad condition. 98% of our markets are over 100 years old, Madam Speaker. And this administration, since 2016, has built 4 brand new markets, have renovated a lot more, Madam Speaker. But, Madam Speaker, a lot more needs to be done on our markets. We are providing, Madam Speaker, $500 million, Madam Speaker, for the renovation and the building of a brand new market in Alexandria, in St. Anne, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the Brownstown Transportation Center, which I spoke about many years ago, and we have to wait till we build the economy to do all the things we're doing. And now the economy is at a stage where we can now build, Madam Speaker. Member of Parliament, the funds are available to commence the renovation of the Brownstown. Madam Speaker, coming down, we continue to improve public cleansing through historical investment in the collection of garbage units. The National Solid Waste Management Authority, Madam Speaker, will be focusing on removing old cars and other type of bulky waste, which are an eyesore and a public health problem to the country. Madam Speaker, we couldn't do it effectively before. When we took over in 2016, we inherited 2 broke-down crane trucks. That was of no use. Madam Speaker, the entity is now in a position to target abandoned vehicles, Madam Speaker. You have garage operators who have taken over the streets, operating garage 24/7 without any respect, Madam Speaker. I am saying, Madam Speaker, that the National Solid Waste Management Authority is now in possession of 4 brand new crane trucks and I am announcing a massive island-wide derelict vehicle removal program that will be carried out shortly. In addition, Madam Speaker, we have obtained 8 specialized scout trucks that will collect solid waste from hard-to-reach communities across the country. This government will continue to change the face of Jamaica in a fundamental way. I urge this Parliament to give support. It is difficult, especially for those persons who are physically impaired and disabled, to access our sidewalks because used car owners take them over, garage operators take them over. It is creating a nightmare. And I call on the country to unite in this effort to rid our streets of this kind of danger, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I am pleased to advise that this summer, in 2017, we created the Youth Summer Employment Program. This program has been a beacon of hope for young people. Over 40,000 young people have been professionally trained and deployed to help the ministry and the local authorities in implementing critical functions while earning a good income. This is an immensely popular program, the largest in the Caribbean. And we are being flooded with requests from youngsters about the details of this year. Madam Speaker, this government recognized the need, and I am pleased to announce that this year, the Youth Summer Employment Program, for the first time, will be employing 10,000 young people in Jamaica for the summer, for the first time, Madam Speaker. And the launch of this program will come shortly, Madam Speaker. Our projects, they will be assigned to the Jamaica Fire Brigade, to the SDC, to the National Solid Waste Management Authority, to all state agencies, Madam Speaker. Never before in the history of Jamaica has any government in any one given time has offered so much in terms of employment to our young people. This is a progressive government, Madam Speaker. Finally, all our projects and programs are bringing Jamaican people hope. H for human advancement. O for opportunity. P for progress at the personal and community level. And E means everyone will share in the better Jamaica that we are developing. No one will be left behind. Our philosophy of governance and our performance have elevated public expectations of us. We expect commendations, and I take a bow. We expect criticisms, and I take a bow also. That comes, Madam Speaker, as a result of the high standards that we have set. Madam Speaker, those of us who are boys, when you go to bush, those from the country, with a Kingston man, used to go in a Maypen cemetery, go pick coolie plum. I never stone a mango tree, Madam Speaker, that have green mango. Fluxy mango. Madam Speaker, we don't stone fluxy mango, Madam Speaker. Expectations are high, Madam Speaker. We will be working to fulfill them. The government is mission-oriented, focused, We still have the passion to serve. We have the vision, the vigor, the vim, and the vitality. On behalf of this government, I bring to you a new Jamaica, young and old. The evidence of our achievements today, the message of hope, and the commitment that we will continue to deliver a better tomorrow. You are someone you know have been positively touched by the work of this government. We will continue working until all our citizens are prouder, stand taller, because they live in the great Jamaica that we were elected to build. Madam Speaker, the book of Galatians 6, verse 9 says it best. So let us not become tired of doing good. For if we do not give up, the time will come when we will reap the harvest of this prosperity. I say to every Jamaican, keep being positive. Always be hopeful. We will achieve the Jamaican dream together. We have put the runs on the board, and we're still batting for you. This government's record is second to none and will never be erased by mischief makers, non-performers, and peddlers of false news. Greatness is in us and in our country. Under this government, our greatest days are near at hand, under the skillful hands of Prime Minister Andrew Holness. We are grateful of the Jamaican people for their confidence in us and for their future confidence that they will continue at the right time. We commit ourselves to continue the great work of building for you and your community. God bless Jamaica. God bless the people of Jamaica.
Well done, Desmond. Well done, my boy. Well done. Very good.
That was the live coverage of the sectoral debate presentation by the Minister of Local Government and Community Development, the Honorable Desmond McKenzie. This broadcast was brought to you by the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development.
It is said that in order for flowers to grow, you must take care of the garden, but also make sure the man who digs the soil and plants the seeds is happy. Some say a dog with a hole in the fence will end up in somebody else's yard, especially in times of heat. So when it comes to cheating, many couples pass the buck and blame between each other. But is it as simple as that? Is it unhappiness that makes a partner roam, or the partner at home isn't keeping things fresh and festive? It is said some men can't survive on chicken and rice every day, so them go road go find something to eat. But craving choke puppy not true. Join me, Rodney Campbell, every Tuesday from 9 to 10:30 p.m. for Affairs of the Heart, right here on Nationwide 90 FM. This Tuesday's topic: who is to be blamed for bun?
Hold on like we have to have them in a twos and threes, and every